All right, what's going on, everyone? Thanks for joining tonight. Tonight's going to be kind of a fun one. It's something I kind of threw together at the last second. I think everybody already knows my guest tonight, and it was just one of those things. I wanted to put a little something fun together, and we can just have a good time. Everyone's got a bunch of sample bottles. We all have these things laying all over the place, and we always feel super compelled to somehow hang on to all these darn things. I don't know exactly why, but I'm totally guilty of having too many of these. And I figured, well, this is a good way to maybe burn through a few of them. So I think everybody probably already knows tonight's guest, the WAG Master, Wags, whatever I got all kinds of nicknames. So Stanley Wagner Jr., thank you so much, sir, for joining in on the old bottle kill night.
Well, hey, thanks for letting me having me on here. Actually, we had talked about this a little bit. Messaged back and forth a little bit that we wanted to do this on your next shit show.
Well, and this is one of those things where, and I still want to get a nice group of guys together where we can all just kind of have a good time, chew the fat, all of that. I mean, that's what a lot of this is about. Share some whiskey, all of that kind of good stuff. So just getting good people together. And I mean, we all have this common, factor for all of us. So being able to share some whiskey and some good stories and everybody bust each other's, is always kind of fun for me. So before we get too far, let me go back in the chat and just kind of get a few of the old pre-gamers. So, and tonight's going to also be a night. So Wags and I talked a little bit about kind of this format. So what I'll do is I will throw up the link for our stream that we have right now. And if there's anybody who wants to kill a little sample bottle with us, you're more than welcome to join. Tonight's just a really fun show. And that's really what we're going to do. So what I'll probably do is, if anyone's not familiar with Wags in terms of like how he got into whiskey, I'll probably have him share a little bit about that. I'm always interested in, learning a little bit more about how people got into whiskey and what it was that drew them to it. So, but first, let me go back again real quick. I know we had a lot of pre-gamers in here today. Griff Howie, cigarclub.com, baby. Best one out there. Go check him out. Gary Franchi, Roy R. Does Things. I love that name. Roy, how's it going, bud? Sugar Kitty, thank you for joining. Trev, I think Trev will probably join us tonight. Kerber, he can't stick around long. I know that. Who else do we have here? Mike Meyer, how's it going, bud? Made him the mod tonight with him being a patron. Just a little perk. JG, how's it going? Cameron, how's it going? Perkins, Jeff, how's it going? Hank Butts, my man, fellow Finns fan. Christopher David, how's it going, buddy? Sugar Kitty, and I think we're kind of caught up right now. So let me we're gonna watch Wag Sideways tonight. Oh, nope, he's back. So all right, so we're gonna kill some sample bottles tonight. If you guys have them and you want to join, let me throw actually I'll hold off a little bit. So how are you gonna choose your sample? Are you gonna do it like blind? Are you gonna reach over and just pick a random one, or how are you going to do it?
Well, I can't pick a sample at this moment because after all this setting up, I forgot the one thing I needed to be able to do samples.
You forgot your whiskey for the whiskey show.
No, I've got the samples right here. Oh. I can drink them straight out of the bottle.
Oh, you forgot the glass.
Yeah, I forgot the glasses. So give me a second.
That's okay. I'll carry this thing for you. All right, who else we got? Amy Bohm, the legend. Amy, thanks for jumping. Cheech, how's it going, my man? Joe Pastrana, how's it going? Who else we got in here? Barn Door. Oh, boy, we got some shenanigans that are going to happen tonight, I'm sure. Bourbon, I love that name. That's awesome. So thanks, everybody, for joining. And like I said before, tonight's just going to be a fun show. I'll probably do a little giveaway. I'll probably put that up here in a second. So it'll be 3 bottles that for the most part, I think most people don't really have a shot at getting anymore. I know the Elijah Craig ones are kind of gone. So let me do this.
All right, let's see.
let me throw up real quick before we know what Wags is going to choose. Let me throw up tonight's thing. So here's what the super chat entry will get you into tonight. So 2 Elijah Craig barrel proofs, one of the B517, which was the whiskey of the year in 2017, and then batch A118. So the following batch after that. And then I've got some of the Elijah Craig 12-year, the old Big Red 12 that I'll throw in. So I'll do 1 2-ounce sample of each one for anybody who throws in a super chat, and happy to send it off to you. So I think I wanted to do something that was maybe some whiskeys that, you just don't really see much of, or they're not going to be on the shelves anymore, any of that kind of stuff. So I figured, what the hell, let's roll with that. So with that being said, so what are you going with? What's your poison right away?
You know what? Let's see.
I'll let you choose first, and I'll reach over and grab something.
Trying to figure out if I want to go hitter or I want to go something I hadn't had before.
I've got some good ones. I've got some good ones in here. And if there's anybody who either can or wants to mod this thing tonight in terms of the people entering, if someone doesn't mind helping me out, I'd appreciate it. If not, I'll keep track. If someone can let me know if they're able to do it, I'd appreciate it. But Roy, you are number 1. So Sherry, you are number 2.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start out with this was a surprise. I had won a sample from the likes on Matt's on ADHD Whiskeys live that one night. Had one sent to kill. I had one twice.
Okay.
I had sent one to Kilco, and then I picked a Carter rye, and they sent me a batch 5. But they also sent me a Blanton's Gold, which I'd never had. So I think I'll start on that.
All right, that's a good one. So that was one that really surprised the heck. All right, Jason, thanks. I appreciate it, bud. So Jason's going to mod this thing tonight. So anybody who enters, Jason will keep track of that. So
which Jason's that?
Jason from the Mash and Drum. We've got some, I'll say this right away. We've got some good things kind of shaking out, and our patrons will have first shots at what it is that we've got coming down the old pipeline. So if anyone's interested, the patrons will get the first shot at what it is we've got going on. I won't let the cat out of the bag yet. We'll talk a little bit more about that down the road, but we've got some good things coming. So anyway.
So what are you going to start out with there, Scott?
Let's see. I'm just going to reach over here. I have no idea. So my first one is, oh boy. So I've got this is going to be a store pick. This is one of the 12-year Smoke Wagon. It's the off-premise, not for Naz pick. I got this from Dan from How Do You Whiskey, and he sent me this a while ago. Actually, I've had this darn thing sitting around for I don't even know how long. So,
well, I've seen a few people that I follow on Instagram go, hey, I just checked my checked my samples.
Yeah. And
they're like, I have like 150 or 200 samples that people have sent me, and some of them are like a year and a half old.
Yeah. So. It's one of those things. It's just, I don't know what it is. Like everybody I know, and we talk and we see all these samples, and everybody wants samples of things all the time. And then for whatever reason, I find myself always, just holding on to these things. I don't exactly know why, but I do. So, all right, let me say a quick thanks to everybody who is entering the super chats. I got to go back here a little bit first.
Hey, I'm going to add something to that. What Elijah Craig, you said you had the 12.
Yeah. So this is the Elijah Craig. This is the Big Red 12. So the original kind of like fat squat bottle. And then I've got the whiskey of the year, which was the B517 of the Elijah Craig barrel proof. And then the following batch, which was the A118.
Okay. I'll throw in a 2-ounce sample of C918.
Oh, all right. There you go. Okay. So we got some good 18s going. So, all right, good. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Let's see. Who did we have first? Shoot, these things go by so quick. All right. I think Roy was first. So Roy, was not first. Sherry, thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Another fellow Finns fan. I appreciate that. And patron, thank you so much. New at that. Gary Franchi, thank you, sir. What does Gary say? Yeah, so I mean I don't know. I mean, I think all of us are big fans of what Elijah Craig, does, especially with their barrel proof and that they're I mean, the value of it is like almost second to none for what you're getting. A 12-year barrel proof whiskey for $65 ish. It's such a fantastic bourbon at a great value. So JG says Stanley Wagner Jr. is all this great. Thank you for sending me awesome samples. All right, so JG, you must have sent him a couple then, hey?
No, actually, yeah, I did. I sent him. I sent him a 4-pack for his 40 for his birthday. I think it was maybe his 50th or 40th. Okay. I don't remember which one it was, but it was Old Carter, Kentucky, batch 1. Sam Houston 14, Missouri 2. Trying to think. Old Carter, straight bourbon, batch 4. And I think what was the other one? Oh, Calumet 14.
Oh, well, you sent him some hitters.
Yeah, him and then another guy from from Instagram that had won.
All right, well, lucky them. Yeah, so this one, so the sample I've got again, this is that off premise from the 12-year Smoke Wagon. So really good pick. It always had a lot of the picks for me always have an interesting profile. There's something always a little bit like medicinal with them. I don't know what it is with some of the Smoke Wagon picks, but I get a little bit of this like medicinal kind of note, like a medicinal, like almost like a cherry cough syrup kind of deal. I don't know what it is, but
like a Secrets.
What's that?
Like a Secrets.
Yeah, like almost like a lozenge or something. I don't know what it is, but it's good, but it was just that one kind of like little funky profile that I get once in a while with it. So it's not something I find. Now, again, for me, it's only been a lot of the picks that have been done. I don't know what it is. Like most of the time, the small batch or the uncut, unfiltered always seems to, I don't know, drinks really well. So how are you liking what you've got?
Well, see, the truth is that I have a Blanton. I have a Blanton's. I've never tasted Blanton's before, so this is my first Blanton's. It's going to be gold, so it's probably going to make.
So you're popping the old what on the Blanton's thing, hey?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But the thing, like I bought a Blanton's in when I first started this back last February when I first started getting into whiskey. I bought a Blanton's because everybody said Blanton's was the hype. And I spent $129 on it, and the website that I bought it off of they ran out of stock. 3 months later, I finally get the bottle.
Yeah,
I put it up on the shelf, and I forgot. I forgot about it because I started getting it. I started drinking Elijah Craig store picks, 90 just regular ass store picks, and it just sat up on a shelf, and then this sample came. I said, "Oh crap! I got a freaking Blanton's on the back of my top shelf," and I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll break it out someday." And I was like, "Well, this is where I guess I'll break my cherry on this and hope that that it's good. That the regular Blanton's is good enough." But
well,
let's give it a try.
Yeah, you can always ask. You can always ask Jason. Everybody else who kind of goes off. I know everyone with the whole like the horsey thing and stuff. So that's always pretty good. So all right, John T. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. Sounds great. Cheers, Scott and Stanley. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Andrew Buchanan, thank you very much for answering. I really appreciate it.
Yes, Cheech, it's a BC Rich. It's that early 90s Kerry King Warlock, the really cheap one with the white tribal on the front. Yeah.
Getting called out.
Well, yeah, because that's when people start seeing the guitars and stuff like that. That's my Ernie Ball. And then I got, this is a lot of stuff I just set up today. The rack over here on this side.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to do a little playing sometime during the during a live or something.
Actually, it's crazy is that I don't know how to play. I this is my original addiction, was collecting guitars like I do whiskeys, but it's a lot more expensive to do guitars.
Huh.
So I love the sound of guitars. I like the way they look and everything else.
Yeah.
And then I keep on telling myself, oh, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to learn how to play guitar. And then somebody wants to buy one for more than I paid for it. So here, if you want it, you fine. Every guitar is like an investment. So
that's it. That's interesting. I don't know if I've ever run into anybody who collects guitars and not play it at all. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
I've been doing it since I was in the Navy. I was really big on acoustic guitars, and I was taking every bit of my money and buying acoustics and storing them. And then next thing you know, I'd take it in and trade it in for the next best thing. And then I just kept on going and going for years. And then I finally said, I can't do this anymore. Ran into some problems a couple years ago, sold off most of my guitars and said, hey, you're not buying anything. I've bought one guitar in the last 2 years, and that's only because it's my friend's guitar. The music man here, Jared Dines, he's a YouTuber, guitar guy on YouTube, friend of mine. So I went ahead and bought his signature model because it's a friend.
That's cool. Yeah. Well, so what do you think the chances of learning to actually play it will be?
You know what, truthfully, I thought about it and I've been thinking about it for really hard for the last week. I'm looking, I need to look for things to do on YouTube that are a little bit different than what everybody else is doing on WhiskeyTube, and maybe teaching myself how to play guitar while drinking whiskey and talking to people.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Why not? That sounds like something I'll definitely tune into. I mean, I can't play it, but I love to listen to the guitar. I mean, watching people, anybody who can play an instrument, to me, I mean, it's fun to watch them do it. I mean, I know the amount of time it takes to learn to do something really well. And, anybody who's passionate about whatever it may be, I'm all into that. So, let's see, who else do we have on here? I think I already said Hendo. How's it going, bud? And then here we go. So I'm going to throw in the, actually, before I do that, I got to get off that. I don't know. There's something I wasn't really digging about the Smoke Wagon, the 12-year Desert Jewel. I don't know. That was just, again, like I said, I get that weird cherry medicinal note with it. So,
well, it's the thing. One of the things I've noticed. Okay, so everybody talks about Smoke Wagon. I've got the regular $35 bottle. I got a small batch, and I got uncut unfiltered. They're still not open. That's my problem, is that I went out and bought all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm opening bottles, but even though I've got a whole bunch of bottles open, I don't want to open up too much and then let that other stuff sit.
Yeah.
And I still have ungodly amounts I've got 200 bottles almost, and I've opened about 50 of them.
Okay.
The problem is that I end up getting into this thing where, like, Hancocks. I opened my Hancocks. I love it so much. It's my daily so then I'm looking for another Hancocks to replace it because it's almost gone.
Yeah.
And then I forget, though, hey, wait a second. I've got a Russell, I've got a Russell store pick. I've got, and I can go ahead and do that too. So, I'm just getting used to this game.
It's always a good, interesting, problem to have, because it is. I mean, I know a lot of people always say to everyone, open up your bottles and this and that. But I mean, when you're getting into that many bottles that are open, I mean, it's a lot, not that a lot of it's going to go bad, but there are times where you just don't always feel like you necessarily need to rush it. So I also wanted to say hi to Dan and Julie. Appreciate you guys. Got the likes here tonight. Thank you so much.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
So who knows? Maybe Wags will choose one of the samples that you guys sent tonight.
I did. That was the first one.
Oh, that was the first one. Okay, so you got the so how are you liking the gold? How is that?
it's 103. The Blanton's Gold's 103 proof.
Yep.
It's not even. It doesn't even taste anything. I mean, it's not even. Doesn't even feel like it's 100 proof. It feels like it's like low 90s.
Yeah, it's
mid 80s.
It's. I mean, I know people get kind of all jacked up when you use the term smooth and all of that, but honestly, it's that. I mean, it's sweet. There's that candy corn sweetness, the honey, nice little oak on it. Like for me, I think that's almost where Blanton's sweet spot. Now, again, people will argue straight from the barrel. Again, that's a big boy. It's not even in the league of gold, anything like that. But
right,
as like a daily drinker, I mean, that compared to just the regular Blanton's, it blows it out of the water. Because we did so Klein and I, you might have seen this. We did a blind that Amy Boehm sent us, and we were like blown away. We absolutely loved the gold that she sent us, and it's just a great pour. We won't get off on the whole like Blanton's
right.
Tangent or anything, but it's a really good pour. I'm glad you enjoy that one.
No, because if you get off on a Blanton's tangent, then you know what's going to happen. All of a sudden, Jason's going to want to pop up on the screen, and
yeah,
but he has nothing to say anymore since after complaining for so long, and then Klein giving him that one sample, and he's just like blown.
Yeah,
he realizes that there actually is. I mean, that's the problem with single barrels too. I mean, I went and got single barrels. Is that?
Yeah,
it's the ranch.
It's the ranch himself. Here he is.
What's up, everybody?
He said before he was out for a photo shot or a photo shoot today. So how'd your glamour shots turn out? Pretty good.
I mean, I'm no expert. It was the first time using this new camera out in the wild, so I think it came out very good.
And they didn't reflect off the naked body, all the sun and all that. Everything was
it was
good.
literally just selfies of me, and I had someone taking photos of me. That's
good. Oh, that's good. So all right, so
that's the glass I was just drinking out of. I just thought about that.
I love those little tasters. They're
the old
great
Bourbon Ranch one.
No, it don't focus.
They're great. They're great glasses. I love the little taster ones. Honestly, I don't know why more people don't drink out of them.
Oh, the Kinseys.
Yeah, it's a great glass.
I think it's that when people, I know a couple of my friends, they don't like Kinseys because they like to hold the glass a certain way, and it puts a lot of heat into the glass.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. You got that direct contact.
I don't know. I just drink mine, faster.
Yeah, it doesn't have a chance to get warm at all. So,
what sample are you drinking there, Trev?
Yeah, what do you got?
So I just poured the rest of a Smoke Wagon Rare and Limited.
Okay. All right. So I don't know if you heard or not. So I just had a little bit of a 12-year Smoke Wagon. This was the Desert Jewel. But for me, I don't know about you, but do you get any kind of like at times like a weird medicinal cherry note on any of them at all?
Well, see, the only one that I own is the Uncut Unfiltered.
Okay, which is good.
I had a sample of the Desert Jewel, and then I've had this sample of the Rare and Limited.
Okay,
here, let me see if I get it on this one.
Yeah, I've not had any of the Rare and Limited, so I don't know if you get it on that or not, but. It's only been some of the picks that I've gotten stuff on before. So yeah. So like even Dan says, like the Kenzie, I don't know. It's just a great glass. I don't know. I enjoy it. So what are you getting on that bad boy?
No, I get what you're saying. Like I get what you're calling.
Yeah.
I kind of get it on this, but I don't know. It reminds me of kind of like, I'm not going to compare this to the Wild Turkey 17.
No.
But to me, it's that kind of medicinal cherry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where, a lot of people are like, oh my God, this is so medicinal. And to me, I'm like, well, I get some cherry, but I like it. And you guys hate it.
Yeah. It's weird. Sometimes I think when you get like that funky, weird, like cherry, that like just kind of fake cough syrup kind of stuff, that's like always off-putting. So
see,
all
All right, good. I'm glad I didn't mistake it like Klein did, where he thought Desert Jewel was vodka. That's a bad miss. You just got Klein in a bad night. But yeah, the pick that you've got. So I think he's only been doing that. What I think like towards the tail end of 2020, he started doing that rare and limited, right?
Yeah, and I think that it's actually pretty sought after to be this was in a raffle of ours, and people were picking it over stuff that I was for sure like, all
right, I gotta get hang on. Let me get it off here. There we go.
Here we go. It looked like Will was in my house.
Yeah.
We were just chilling, bro.
All right. So
I wouldn't complain.
All right, well, I gotta pick something here. I'm just gonna pick it blind. I don't know what it is. Oh, this is an older King of Kentucky I've got.
Isn't this a little weird though? You got the two guys on top with the freaking gray the gray goatees, and then the two freaking guys on the bottom that are the sexiest guys on freaking YouTube.
Mine's getting gray, man. I got all kinds of stuff back here.
Yeah,
it's back here.
Wags, their time will come. We were young like that once, and their time will come.
So hey, Will, thanks a lot for the samples you sent.
No problem.
Yeah, I was.
Did you try them out yet?
No, as a matter of fact, I was just talking to Scott before this all happened. I got like 3 different Instagrammers or YouTubers that that sent them to me in the last week. One of them was yours, so I hadn't gotten around to anything. But I was, we talked about the Chattanooga, and so I was expecting just the Chattanooga and the that ASW you said you wanted. Oh, I'm sorry, the Yellowstone and that ASW, and then you asked about Chattanooga, and I just said, yeah, I hadn't tried it yet, but you sent me the rye and the 111, which was really cool.
You'll have to try that ASW. The ASW factored in for me in my top 10s, in my top 10 whiskeys that I had this year. I was absolutely blown away by its complexity. Now, Will, did you send him the Fiddler? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's the Georgia Heartwood. Travis had that one too. That was in Trev's last live.
It's a really good pick.
Last.
Well, then guess what? I think that's what my next pour will be then.
I will see how it keeps up with the King of Kentucky.
Got a Old Forester 150th. Old Forester 150th batch 2.
Ooh,
there you go. That was from, and I think your BFF sent you that. Is that correct?
Yeah. Thanks, TC.
Okay, so you're drinking the drink it and tell us what you think about it. Have you had the other batches?
No, I've not had any of the 150th.
I think I know where Trev's going with this. Are you going down the hot road?
Going down the hot road.
It was.
What's hot, Scott, is the price of that bottle.
Yeah, that too. That's
what's hot.
that too.
I think it's really good. I don't know.
I'm struggling with a lot of the. I was talking to Jason from the Mash and Drum. I don't know when, yesterday maybe, and we were just talking about some of these Old Forester, like the barrel proof, single barrel barrel proofs that they've released, and I don't know what it is, but of the ones I've had, it is like hot gasoline. Like,
I was going to say those are actually hot.
It's almost undrinkable for me. It's just like. I thought when I cracked it, I was super excited because I thought it was going to be, like an amped up version of the 1920 kind of.
Yeah.
And I tasted it. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is like someone just poured gasoline in here and I'm drinking this shit.
When the store picked those barrel strengths, I have one that I haven't opened because Chris Hot Buttery Rolls had sent me the sample a while ago.
Yeah,
and it's a 124.2 store pick from Damon's, and I thought I was freaking drinking lava, and I was like, maybe I don't want to go open that other one up, but I thought it was going to be when they were telling me, these barrel strength. I thought they were going to be just like the single barrel, those single barrel 90s, just not watered down.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. I mean, I thought it was going to be absolutely fantastic. And yeah, so here's part of the problem. We were talking about this too. I think it's young, like Chris is saying, and it is not ready. I mean, it is hot, young whiskey. And I know that they were trying to appeal to the masses because a lot of us were talking about how fantastic that would be. I just don't think any of us thought we were going to be getting like super young whiskey like that. So I've got the 150th, and I've also got Kerber sent me a sample of his single barrel proof that I tasted against mine. Mine's 127 proof and probably drinks like 140. Kerber's is about the same, but it definitely drinks hotter than the 150th. I mean, you can I don't know about punches in the face. Well, and I don't know about you guys, but I get I mean, it's a weird profile too. Like you can tell there's just something that's just not totally right with it for me anyway. So.
I've only had a sample of it. I haven't seen a pic of it around here, but now I was so excited for it. Now I'm kind of like, okay, maybe I don't care that we haven't gotten a pic of it. But
honestly, if you have in your state, if you can get, like, sometimes places will open up a bottle and you can try it before you buy it. If at all possible, you can do that. I would highly suggest doing it, because if I would have tasted that, I mean, if I would have had like a cancer stick in my mouth and I took a swig of that, I would have set the liquor store on fire. I mean, it was like straight gasoline. I would have looked like I was part of the circus, like blowing fire all over the place, because it was hotter than hell. So thanks, Amy. I appreciate it.
I don't want to speak for you guys, but I can't think of a single, every time I drink, I'm pouring it straight in the glass and I'm drinking it. I never add drops of water or watering it down or whatever. That one might be one that I would consider doing that and seeing how it is, just because of how aggressive that it was.
That's a good point. That's not something I've even tried. And maybe next time I'm in the shower, I'll bring the bottle and I'll just fill it up with water and see if that water helps at all, because
it's just, I guess you're like me. This is something I don't typically do, so I don't think about what would that do to that bottle? And I only had a sample of it, and I obviously drank the whole sample before testing it. But I think that's one that's worth testing to see if that water actually makes that one tolerable.
I can't imagine how it would make it worse.
No, it would make it worse. If anything, it would make it.
Cheers, Swami. I appreciate it.
What's the MSRP on these 150th bottles? Or what are they going for?
I thought they were $150.
So, I mean, that sounds right.
Yeah, I mean, I think MSRP maybe, but again, I don't know like what somebody else may know. I don't know what
I've not even seen one yet, unfortunately.
I think those things came and went pretty quickly though. So
MSRP on those Forester barrel strengths?
No, I mean I have one of those. I was talking about the 150th. The 150th is a better whiskey for sure.
MSRP on 150th is $149.
Yeah,
but is $149.99. It's really where it matched up. But here in California, you seriously, after they first came out, if you didn't find it in a Costco, they're $450 a piece.
Ooh. Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I haven't seen a single bottle of it here, even in raffle or behind the counter or anything. I don't know if we even got any of them.
Well, there's some people I want to say hi to Drums and Drams. So if anybody hasn't, he's got a YouTube channel. You can go check him out. He's doing a really good job. So.
Oh yeah, that's a great channel. I just watched.
Yeah, I wish there's so much of this stuff. Like you guys, it seemed to be a little bit on the luckier side, because when I started going back to kind of the tail end of 2016, beginning of 2017. I mean, I just stuffed my face in front of a crappy little phone, had no idea what I was doing. Now everybody comes like firing out like there's no tomorrow, looking like professional videographers. I'm like, Jesus, I didn't look anything like that. Look at like Wags looks good. Trev looks good. Like he's got like all lit up behind him and everything. I mean, Will, we can't do anything about
I'm
that.
on my phone, so
Will,
yeah.
absolutely
I got
delicious over there.
I'm on
Hey,
my
but I'm wearing
phone.
a
I'm
cool
on my
shirt.
phone
I mean,
too.
come on. Everybody needs a Meatfire Whiskey Repeat
You
shirt.
know whose shirt?
That's good.
You know whose shirt looks freaking good, and that's freaking Wagner. Look at that
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Perfectly lit.
It's
He's
like
always perfectly lit when he
is,
gets through these.
God damn.
I always call Porter Big Sexy, but this is like Big Sexy 2.0 right here, baby.
Hey, so Scott, I do have a question.
Yeah.
See, I have everybody else's glasses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got the Junkies, I got the Wrench, I got everybody else's, but where do I find yours at so I can, add it to the collection?
All right, so somebody can maybe find a link. So I just got some new ones, and I don't know. Someone can find it if they want to put it in the chat.
Stream, or else I would drop the link. My keyboard's over there. I can't do it.
Somebody else will probably be able to find it. Yeah, we can get you some. I mean, it's very similar to what a lot of the other guys I know. Trev, we were talking about like GiveSong glass. They're nice glasses, they're etched really well. So that's one thing I like about them. The logo parts of everyone's logo really stand out well on his stuff.
His seem really like you guys are really, I don't know what the word for it is, bright white. I don't know. You can see it really good.
Yeah. It's
mine, if you holding it up to the thing does not do it justice. It's like an in-person thing. Does it look good?
Are yours? Did you get yours done by through GiveSong Glass?
No. Mine's done through Ben at Barrel Raised.
So I know Jay does it a little bit different. Like his is like a solid like etching, and I think that's like you said, it shows up like really bright white almost, and it does really look nice. So all right, so Jason just dropped the link in there if anyone cares, but yeah.
Wow, Jason, that was pretty slow, man. You're gonna have to up your wrench game.
It's like Jason's got a challenge now. You just got called out by the wrench. That's
the wrench.
That was about 15 seconds too slow, bro.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your I'm looking at it right now, and
yeah,
I like that Canadian Glencairn's really cool.
Yeah, he was gonna do it on several of them for me. He said so, which was kind of cool. I know he didn't have to do as many as he did, but it was nice. So,
that's the thing I like about them is that he has so many different glasses. Like there are glasses I've never even freaking heard of.
Yeah,
that he offers.
Yeah, well, because it's got like the Kentucky Trail glasses on here.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. I know when he sent me that link as to what he was going to do, I wasn't expecting. I just thought it'd be a Glencairn and maybe a couple other things, and it's like I don't know, maybe 6 or 7, maybe even more. But they look nice. I haven't even had a chance to order any of my own glasses yet because I'm a slacker.
Yeah, it's called an Arc Kenzie, so it's
that's nice.
It looks like a regular Kenzie glass, but it's got it looks like almost like a silver streak up the sides of it.
Yeah,
and that looks pretty awesome.
I think a couple of them you couldn't put a little bit of the wording on there, but because of the shape of the glass, but whatever. Right. So,
but,
hey, Dusty Dan, this is Eagles and Angels Limited. They do some pretty freaking epic hats.
Oh, hey. We need to talk about that, man. So, Will, you sent me that link about them?
Yeah.
And I'm going to contact them because I have a plethora of uniforms of my own. And I'm going to see how we go about getting my uniform made into a hat. That way I can divvy it out to everyone in the community. So it's going to be Will's hat, but the camo flag will be my donated uniform. So they cut it up and make a pat. They make it into
really
patches.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's cool. That's
they
cool.
did some badass stuff. I've got one that's it was a Medal of Honor recipient's uniform. Got a bunch of cool stuff like that, man. They do some really cool stuff, and like Trev's saying, if you're a veteran out there, you can reach out to them and they'll do custom ones for you, 100% made in the U.S. So it's pretty awesome.
All right, that's kind of nice. I mean, that's nice that these guys will do some of these things. Is the company a veteran-owned company as well?
Yeah, it's actually an old CAG or Delta Force operator.
Okay,
that started it. So.
All right. So, Will,
Eagles
what do you say?
And Angels Limited. I just poured a little bit of Kentucky Owl Badge 9, which I have never had before. That's fantastic.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, unfortunately, I spent $115 on a bottle of Confiscated, and yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, we've all were at a point where our goal was to like buy every single bottle we saw. You know, we thought we knew about it. You know, ultimately, like little time goes by, you're like, oh my God, I either overpaid for something or it's not very good. But we've all been there where you just start buying everything under the sun. So
I drank my brother-in-law's and his was actually good. So I didn't know what the deal was.
Oh,
maybe it's because I'd already had a few before that.
Yeah, but
it's not that it's not that it's bad. It's not bad at all. I mean, it's just different. I don't own another bottle of Kentucky Owl, but I have had a taste of freaking of it before, like months ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that it's bad. It's just a little bit different, and it's not. After you taste, to me, it just doesn't taste like a $115 bottle of whiskey. When I mean, to me, truthfully, I have an Elijah Craig store pick from High Time Wine Cellars out here in California that I think tastes better, and it's just a regular 94 store pick from freaking a liquor store. But that's just my own. So
you just start to. I mean, that's the thing. You get to a point where you start to really understand fairly quickly what it is you enjoy and why, and then there's no reason to necessarily deviate it. Like, I think we all feel somehow obligated to buy like every single brand that's out there. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, I've just gotten to the point now where I've gotten way more picky or selective in terms of just what it is I buy. And I'd rather spend more money on a better bottle than, more like shitty or average bourbon. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that ASW was really good. I like that.
All right. I just pulled one that I don't think I even like, but
so ASW, for the people that don't know, they're obviously based out of Atlanta, but that Georgia Heartwood comes in a bunch of picks usually. And the cool thing about it is they actually, like Makers does, where they use staves to age their whiskey or whatever to give it different profiles. They use oak from Georgia to age the whiskey. So it's freaking awesome. And it's fairly young, but it doesn't taste young at all.
No, I didn't get that at all. Like when I was down visiting Jason, that was one of the ones I put in the blind, and I think he chose it like second out of 5. It was surprising. Like it's a really good bourbon. So
yeah, and they're always barrel strength too. So I mean that helps.
Yeah. Yeah, the Georgia Heartwood, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
HBR knows.
So the Georgia Heartwood, but that's the Fiddler. So that's just like what they call that release, right?
Yeah, Fiddler is their weeded brand. So technically that's a weeder. But the Georgia Heartwood is the stave version. So
okay. All right. I don't know about anybody else, but I've got this Bullet Blender Select, which I wasn't a huge fan of. I don't know anybody else's thoughts on it, but
I have a bottle of it. I've only taken a couple drinks off it. So to me, it's all right. I like Bullet in general, but hey, Drums and Drams.
Hey, Drums and Drams. There he is. All right, you threatened to join, and there you are.
Here I am. I had a little issue with my camera. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. We were just talking. Like you were part of my point before of like everybody coming like onto the scene just looking totally professional and like they've done this forever. Instead, like back in the day when I just stuffed myself in front of like a flip phone camera and just like recorded something, you know. So,
Yeah.
But,
You look like
thing
me
is with
down here.
with Cameron.
I mean, I looked like Will like 5 years ago, like Will looked tonight. So
Oh, come on.
Yeah, but Cameron's been doing this for a while. He has his own channel outside of Drums and Drams, where it shows it's a podcast that he has, and so he's been doing it for a little while with the camera setup and stuff. And he talks to, I should just let him explain what his other channel does.
Why don't we do it? So why don't you take a minute, and for everybody who doesn't know about your whiskey channel, or your YouTube channel, why don't you share that with everybody?
Sure. Well, thanks, guys. So in my day job, I am a percussionist. I'm a solo percussionist, and that's kind of a weird thing. So I play with orchestras and do different things like that, but I also have a solo career where I play recitals and with electronics and all sorts of crazy stuff. So that is like why I have a YouTube channel in the first place and an Instagram, and I do all the promotion stuff. So when I decided to jump over to the whiskey thing, just 2 months ago, basically, I kind of already have some of these skills that I've been doing. So that's why I have the cameras and the microphones already. I didn't do this just for the whiskey channel. That would have been a big investment, and my fiance would have murdered me. So
You mean like these guys?
Right.
Well, it's a good transition. If that's what you got to set up, it's a natural, at least, you're familiar with how it all works. And then, it's nice to be able to, then share another passion of yours and all of that. So,
Cameron, just a quick question.
Sure.
You actually call yourself a percussionist. That's one thing that I like about you, is because some people don't know what the difference is between a drummer and a percussionist. You do. I know that you do play drums. I know that you do play the snare, and you play different stuff. But I like the fact that you are one of the few people that actually embraces the fact that the percussion part of it. Because I'm a former band musician. But did your whiskey channel come from the podcast? I noticed on the podcast when I'm watching all the live that you guys are drinking something and talking about music.
Sure. Well, I should actually, and I do not mean to take over at all. Andrew Buchanan just said we need to have a drum battle between Cameron and Jason. I was just at Jason's house like 45 minutes ago, so that's kind of funny. And I saw his drum set and everything. So, I mean, percussion encompasses a lot more than just drums necessarily, like marimbas, vibraphones, different toned instruments and things like that. But yeah, I did my podcast, and we would drink a little bit on there as well. So yeah, kind of a natural evolution here, I guess, into the whiskey thing.
All right. Well,
if there's a drum battle, I'm in.
Right. Well, Trev, we were talking about it earlier. I was talking to Jason, like, hey, we should do like a Cheech, Trev, you and me, like do a 4-way split screen drum thing and put it out,
Dude, I'm in.
Let's do it.
That'd be epic.
This is a weird thing I've noticed.
This sounds like a battle in the making, like a really good one.
No battles though. Let's do it. Like no competitive. You know what I mean? Because like battles can get
but I mean, we want to see like where Will Ferrell and
the drummer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yes, the drummer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Exactly. We want to see a battle like that,
Yeah.
Well, I have a feeling though that all of us are probably completely different styles of music that I'm sure we're all influenced by. If you're a drummer, you're influenced by every great drummer in history, but there are more so you adopt a style yourself. And I'm sure all of us are very, very different when it comes to what we enjoy playing and how we play. And I think it's
totally a double bass guy.
That's very true. Like you could be the drummer for like Slipknot, or you could be the drummer for Dave Matthews Band, and it's going to be two completely different things,
Yeah, but then, if you ask both of them who your influences are, they're probably still the same.
Probably, that's true.
Well, yeah, that's the thing too, right? Because right now, if you think about it, you've got the classical music band, more band style classical music that Cameron does. You've drummed death metal. Jason and Cheats are we're in bands or session drummers, and Cheats gigs every freaking week in a cover band and stuff like that. So yeah, it would be a little different having all of you play it, try to play it.
This is the drum contest I want to watch right here. 4 drummers enter, 1 man leaves right here. A battle, a drum to the death is
a drummer death match.
Yeah.
I can tell you all. I'm just gonna do nothing but blast beats and double bass until I die.
Dude, I'm with you.
I called that. I said Trev's a double bass guy. Totally.
Oh, my calves are freaking lit.
All right, okay. So Cam, what are you sipping on right now?
Okay, so I know I had to kill a sample, so I got this yesterday. It's a Nulu toasted barrel bourbon. It's 5-year, 1 month, 117 proof.
I've been seeing a little bit about it, but I know nothing about it at all. So.
I know nothing either. It's actually really, really tasty, but it does not compare to what at Jason's earlier. I had the yeah. Well, already you know it's gonna be crazy. It was some Michter's rye a hand barreled rye, and Scott, I think you were there for that. Maybe. He was telling me that you guys were there and you had hand barreled your own Michter's rye batches and they were crazy high proof.
Oh yeah. We did that. Yeah, like 2 years ago. Yeah,
at
the time we had the highest one. I still have some of it. It's right here. We did it May 30th, 2019.
Dude, it was silly.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it was at some of maybe one of my top 3 ryes I've ever had my entire life. It's so good. We got super lucky with that one. So
yeah.
All right, what's everybody else on to? Wags, what do you got going on now?
Well, I just did a A120 Elijah Craig that I got from Clifton over at Bourbon Bites. Let's see.
Man, that Bullet Blender Select is not my thing.
I think I'm going to try this Belmont Farms Virginia bourbon. Mag 57 TX is the one that had sent that to me with some other stuff I'd asked him about.
And what is it?
It's called Belmont Farm Virginia bourbon. I haven't really done any. I didn't really do any background on it yet.
Yeah, thanks, Jules. Appreciate you guys jumping in. Yeah, I don't know anything about that one really either at all. So, all right, I got to pick one here. All right, so this is
go ahead.
Oh no, mine's so this is a sample of cheese. I've had this one for a while. It's a Willett Family Estate single barrel, lion's share, age 6 years, bottle 60 of 182, 127 proof. So it's an older. I think it's an actual older bottling of the Willett Family Estate bourbon, I believe. But oh yeah,
all of those Willett single barrels are freaking.
Yeah, boy, that's a lot of very floral and minty. I like that already.
So it's the rye.
No, this is a bourbon. This is a bourbon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was a single barrel, like an 8-year rye or 8-year bourbon. Over the holidays. It was fantastic.
Yeah, those are very sought after for sure. All those like Willett aged bourbons for whatever.
My brother-in-law paid for it. I didn't.
Seeing a pattern here, it seemed like you leached off your brother-in-law is what it sounds like.
Oh yes, I do. I do.
Well, you did send me some pictures of. You sent me some pictures of what he had, so he had some pretty nice stuff. So
yeah, he's got some hitters, so I took advantage of it.
That's good. Oh, you got to do that.
Oh no,
Liberty. So, which of those bottles can you drink to make voice like Cameron's? Nice. He's all set up, and he's got podcast stuff. We can't. I mean, he's got like the deep, sexy voice. We can't. There's nothing we can do about that. So
hey.
This is
Cameron,
bad.
what kind of effect you got on your voice, man? Because that ain't real.
Look, man,
You can't have that perfect of a voice.
I'm just going auto tune here in a second is what I'm gonna do.
Look, I'm going straight into the interface. There's no mixer between them. I wish there was.
Look, I love bourbon.
No, stop.
There's no effect on my voice.
Scott's gonna turn into T-Pain in a second.
He says, "Hello, ladies. Welcome to 98.7 Easy Listening."
On today's program, we have a little Nulu, a toasted barrel bourbon.
See, everybody just needs a podcast and a good voice, and there's what you got. You know.
Hey, some of us were made for radio.
That's true. That is true. Some of us are. All right, what do we got? So Dan, what's Dan got to say? So Dan, Julian and I have 2 bottles of Lion's Share. Oh yeah, so these are some solid stuff. So this is the Lion's Share. All right, Dan, I don't know. So this one's aged 6 years, bottle 60 of 182. But I don't know. I'm assuming there's different Lion's Share, obviously, probably different barrels, of course, but yeah, this is really, really good. But I always get that, like, so here's one thing I always get with Willet. All their rye is like straight pickle juice, but a lot of their bourbons have this nice mint note to it. It's a strange transition. I don't know what it is, but it's something I always get with Willet. So it's nice.
This Belmont Farm is it's weird because I can take a huge breath, like a huge sniff on it.
Belmont
And there's
Farm.
no burn, no, it doesn't even smell like there's alcohol at all.
What's that? What that Belmont Farm you're talking about? What's the bottle look like? Do you have it? Oh no, you have a sample of it.
I
Sorry.
understand. And this is what the bottle looks like.
No, that's the
label.
actual.
That's
they're
shitty.
lacking-
That's shitty.
they're lacking a little-
That's
they're
shitty
lacking-
packaging right there. That's horrible
Yeah.
packaging.
They're lacking a little in the sticker department. I mean, the label department. I'm gonna give them a call and give them some ideas. But I'm gonna look into these guys because this is really weird. Because I mean,
Belmont Farm.
look how light that is.
I'm gonna have to look it up too. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, Belmont. It sounds very familiar, but I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like the Belmont
It's just
steak.
crazy how
Somebody was really trying to be like branded Kentucky, but not actually being Kentucky.
Belmont.
Even okay, so I just Googled it, and even after seeing the picture,
Yeah.
I've never seen this. Virginia.
Belmont.
It's from Virginia.
Belmont Farm.
It says Virginia straight bourbon whiskey on it.
I want to hear
Taste
more
it.
about that Nulu.
What's that?
Does it say-
I was
does it say,
listening to,
Hey Trev, does
I
it say
listened
what
to,
the proof is?
Sorry,
I'm sorry, my mistake. Sorry.
you go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
I have no idea which one you have, but this one that I'm looking at is 92 proof.
Yeah, because
That would
it's
make
like
sense.
it's almost like water.
Trev, is the bottle standard looking, or is it like a different looking bottle? Belmont
And here's the
Farm.
thing: the problem is I don't know if my camera will
Oh yeah.
focus on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell that is.
No.
No idea. Yep. Never seen that one before.
Yeah, I've never seen this. And again, coming from Virginia, you're just dealing with a craft distillery that their reach is probably not that far. So
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, there's a million different people out there either sourcing or making young whiskey and bottling it, whatever they're doing. They're all over the place. So
and,
it
and
is what
I
it is.
think that's the hard part about being craft is that usually your stuff is only going to wherever you're making it, and then maybe a couple surrounding states.
All right. So Christopher nailed it. Belmont Farm makes a lot of moonshine. Enough said.
There's a lot of moonshine that comes out of Virginia.
When
man.
you make a lot of moonshine and you sell a lot of moonshine, generally speaking, your other products aren't always on par. So
So maybe they just colored some like really weak freaking moonshine.
Who knows?
Let's see.
Ooh, this Willet's really, really good.
So Cameron, what do you know about that Nulu?
Yeah. So what is it?
I mean, I don't know much about it, but in terms of how it's going down, I mean, it's really good. It's there is a little bit
on the back. What does it say on the back of the bottle? Does it say like where it's distilled?
Well, I mean, I just have this
Oh
sample.
yeah, God damn it! I'm all confused. We're just been here drinking samples tonight.
Listen, Scott. I tried to come in here with the samples
I'm gonna
ready, man.
Here. I'm just gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna figure. We're an hour in. I'm gonna figure this shit out eventually. That nobody has any bottles of what it is we're actually drinking right now.
Well, I don't know what the fuck I'm drinking. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing here.
I was listening to my Bourbon podcast, and Swan was talking about Nulu like crazy. So apparently that's one of his newest like favorite thing out there. So I've not seen it anywhere, but I've seen
people posting. I've seen people posting pictures of it on Instagram, but I had no idea what in the world it even was. All right, here we go. We got someone.
I think that's like, right.
So it's like maybe Nulu is usually MGP, I believe. So that's not definitive.
And actually the guy that gave me the sample did say that it was MGP. It's 5 year 1 month, but it is a toasted finish. There's like a ton of dill on here actually, but a lot of peanut butter and like really aggressive mesquite, like barrel char type notes. You know what I'm saying? Like smoky type notes. It's interesting, but I like it. If I had a bottle, I wouldn't be mad about it under like $60.
Do you have any idea if it's just a like a whiskey or a rye whiskey or anything like that?
I have no idea. I would have to assume there's like a decent rye content, especially considering the MGP.
Yeah.
But with that dill note, I would have to assume there's a good bit of rye in there.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was actually like an MGP rye or something like that, but
it says TBB, toasted barrel bourbon, I would assume. So
toasted
I don't know.
barrel.
Right. Interesting.
I think that's supposed to be the good one.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's kind of interesting. All right.
I like it. I just wouldn't pay over $60 probably for this. So
yeah. Okay. All right.
Well, $60. I mean, you can get a lot of good stuff for $60.
Yeah, you can. You definitely.
Okay, so Nulu, what it is it's called Prohibition Craft Spirits out of Louisville.
Yeah, I was about to say I just Googled it too. So Stanley's coming in with what I'm looking at.
Oh, it's from So it's what's the distillery or what are they calling themselves?
Prohibition Craft Spirits.
Oh.
They're one of those, the small little distilleries that do the vodkas and everything else too, but they're out of Louisville. And the story, I know that part of the story behind it was that it was started because the gentleman who runs it, he's a younger guy. His dad was in the industry as a lawyer, and he got screwed over on that particular distillery before what it was before. And decided that the only way for him to save himself and save himself from going bankruptcy and stuff was to go ahead and go ahead and take over the distillery and go from there. And then they created Nulu, and there's a whole there's actually, if you look up Prohibition Spirits on YouTube, or I believe it's on YouTube, he goes through a whole story about how they became Nulu Spirits, and then they've been doing picks for only a couple of years now, and I believe that
there's got to be like a story where his great grandpappy probably had a recipe or something like that from about 1867, and they brought it over. I'm like, you can see this shit coming.
So someone in the comments, you just highlighted it. It said it said each bottle it's waxed and slapped with a sticker to help sell it, which I'm on the website right now, and I can confirm it has gold wax and it has what appears to be very similar sticker as like a Buffalo Trace store pick slapped on the side that upon further inspection says single barrel select and then the store. And then the description of Nulu is, we bring you these carefully selected barrels of MGP bourbon, uncut and unfiltered, while our own distillate rests.
Oh.
So there we go.
All right.
It's MGP right now.
Hey, anybody? The guy in the lower left-hand corner. Anybody ever seen or heard of this freaking jabroni before?
Yeah.
I don't recognize him.
Coming in the back door again. A little backdoor action.
All of a sudden, I'm a jabroni. This Wisconsin guy that talks like a Canadian. I can't take it.
Here, we're gonna take care of this guy here. Look at this. We shut his ass down. We had enough of him already. Fucking mute this guy.
What's up, Jason?
He's been on all the drummer forums. Everyone thinks he's the worst drum player they've ever seen. So.
Oh, shots fired.
Are they watching my old like 80s and 90s band videos?
No, they're watching current day stuff, man.
Oh no.
I'm just
Jason,
teasing.
I thought those were your dance troupe days. I thought you were just dancing back in the day.
We're all still more dance.
Between the dancing and the drumming, I have a lot of bad videos out there somewhere.
Oh yes, I've gotten a hold of about 4 or 5 of these bad videos, and at some point in time, I will be bringing them out.
It's just like it's like old VHS tapes that have been put on DVD and then like downloaded on something else. It's all scratchy and everything. Look at,
Yeah, it's amazing what you can find on the internet if you start looking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So what's up, Jason? How you doing?
Yeah, what you sipping on there, bud?
I actually got some samples from MGP from some specific barrels that they were sourcing for a store that I was going to be doing a pick for. So this is all straight from the barrel MGP stuff.
Fucking fancy.
Oh, how's bragging camp going?
Jesus.
Going good right now, Stanley.
Oh god.
Trav, what are you sipping on now?
Cameron was just at my place and he pretty much drank anything I had.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Hey, but what about Cameron? What'd you think about those trains?
Oh, fuck your train. Listen, I love. Jason actually gave me a sample of like this.
The train.
I just threw the train at him. I said, "Choo choo, motherfucker."
Tasted good when it. Never mind. Oh, I can't. I fucking can't. I had some Eagle Rare 17, which was crazy, but the best thing of the night was this Elijah Craig, and I don't know what batch it was, the old school barrel proof that was like 139.7 maybe. Jason, you would know the proof.
139.4, yeah.
Yeah, that was wild, and the Iron Root thing that you cracked open, that media sample, Armagnac finish, wild.
Oh yeah. Iron Root. I'm still bitter about our blind that we did. Iron Root really fucked me up. I thought it was something completely different. I'll never forget that. I was so fucked up by Iron Root. It was ridiculous. So apparently, I would pay $1 million for a bottle of Iron Root.
What Iron Root was it? Because I've got a hard
blind for if anybody ever makes a blind for Scott, just make him take a couple shots of Fireball before it.
Oh, that was so bad. That was the worst. No, you should never drink Fireball before you do any kind of blind tasting. I was so messed up. The only thing I could taste, honestly, was the that shitty oh man, what's the emerald one? What's that they just released like 3 of them.
No, it was Lost Monarch is what I gave you. I think.
Yeah, Lost Monarch. It was the only one I could taste. I'm like, only reason I knew what it was because I just had it like 30 minutes before I took like several shots of Fireball, which was so stupid. So
Jason's got one coming soon, so he'll get to experience it.
Oh, yeah. I was kind of privy to that blind flight that you're getting. So good luck. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. I haven't even opened the box yet. I'm a little scared in there, so we'll see what happens.
Amy, you nailed it. Nobody should ever drink Fireball. Period.
Wait.
Yeah, unfortunately,
got the Fireball. Hold on, let me get it.
Oh God, there you go.
Unfortunately,
Trev
if you want to have shelf turds on your channel, you're required to go ahead and have Fireball with them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's part of
was-
that contract.
The
And that's the only reason I have this.
Oh, it's Jason's second favorite thing in the entire world, Cooper's Craft.
oh my god, yeah, that Cooper's Craft is
Yeah.
really good.
Pretty much.
It's damn good.
I was surprised. It surprised the hell out of. I know when Klein and I did it, we were surprised as to what the hell that was, but that was good, really good stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cooper's Craft does not exist in California. So
Yeah, we don't get it here either.
Yeah, it's surprising for a Brown Forman product. It's not available everywhere, unfortunately. So
Yeah, which is kind of unfortunate. You'd think as big as they were, they would just pump this stuff out everywhere, you know?
oh.
All right, so what's
The
everybody
brand
else?
has only
I
existed
know.
for like 2 years.
What's that?
okay,
I said the brand has only existed for like 2 years.
Yeah, it's not
Kinda
that
crazy.
old. It's not that old of a brand, but I mean, they have a whole website dedicated to it and a lot of media behind it. So I'm curious why it's not more readily available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let's see.
All right, so I got to pick something else here. What else do I have?
I'm gonna go with from the Hood Sommelier over on Instagram. He's also got a YouTube channel. Also, Old Rip Van Winkle 10.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So I don't know. People don't just send me samples of just labeled stuff. It's all blind. So I
Oh,
just
yeah.
grabbed a random blind out of this
Yeah.
box.
Just grab an A.
You're
You're like, oh, this is a great pour of urine. This is a fantastic one here.
Yeah. So
Sounds like Blanton's Gold.
Trev always grabs
This
the
one-
Oh,
Trev,
oh.
Okay, so Cam, are you not a fan of Blanton's Gold?
Look, I had a bottle that must have been corked out or some crazy shit,
Oh,
and I poured 650 milliliters of Blanton's Gold down my kitchen drain, and I should have
No
recorded
way.
it because it was an epic moment, but it
Oh
was
my God.
undrinkable, man. Undrinkable.
It had to be bad because I've never
had to.
had one bad like that.
Yeah, it was undrinkable. So it tasted like urine.
It tastes like urine.
I've never
right,
tasted
bud.
urine.
I've got this little shitty thing that some people may have heard of. This is the Wild Turkey's Master Keep Bottle and Bond.
Oh,
17 the
what a
17
shitty thing, man.
Yeah,
yeah. Yep.
That stuff's okay. It's all right.
I think
Much
Jason.
rather
I
have
think
mellow corn, but whatever.
I think Jason may have sent me
Right.
this. Maybe I don't know.
I did.
So,
So-
Jason sends you 4 ounce samples because that's a big ass box you got.
This is my hand's just really huge. This is 64 ounces.
Oh, okay.
So if DC
You know what they
ever sends any of y'all Pappy, he doesn't own any Pappy, by the way. I do that.
Yeah.
No pappy to
It's
be
so
had.
bad.
I wish I would have gotten a bottle. I had a chance and I passed it up, and I shouldn't have done it. Stupid of me.
Well, pass up a bottle to get what? Pappy?
No. Of the Wild Turkey 17 year.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
I have a backup for you. If
Yeah,
you
I
want.
passed on one too.
I can sell it to you for $1,000.
Oh yeah. I'll just
That's a steal.
jack it right up. $12.50. I'll take it for $12.50.
$12.50? All right, you got it.
$12.50.
It's a deal. The one I got is special. It fell off the truck. It's good.
Oh, good. $1,300. FedEx it overnight. I'll send you the money.
Yeah. So this old.
Hey,
This
throw
old
in
Rick's
the
gonna be
train for
first-
free, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll give you a caboose for nothing.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, this is good. Now, see,
Yeah.
now
Jason
it
really
just
wants to give you
now
the
it just got weird. Now he just made it weird. You know, talk about the caboose. Now it got weird. Jesus.
That's what the kids are calling these days. Jason, you're sick.
Isn't it weird, Scott, how we started out all nice and everything else? And I was like, hey, you invited, you told me we were going to get together for the shit show eventually when you
I
got a
told
bunch
you.
of people on. And
I-
guess what? The shit show has arrived, and it didn't really get going until Jason showed up.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's-
thanks for that, Jason.
This is what happens when you invite drummers on. Just
yeah,
like-
yeah. Dude, I gotta write this down. Only invite guitarists.
No,
All right,
come on.
Duly noted. So yeah,
I play
it's
guitar
I
and bass,
figured
but I'm not
at
good
some
either
point
one,
when
so.
once I started dropping the link and stuff in there, I figured at some point it would turn into a good shit show.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is
who
Old
is it?
Rip supposed to smell like freaking rubbing alcohol?
Yes.
Oh, the old
Yeah.
Sugar Kitty says always a caboose guy. Oh, God.
nice.
It's getting bad in the chat.
Yeah.
Y'all.
This is the closest thing to Pappy I'll ever get to. So
What do I need?
Nice. Chris. He's got 3 things all night and 5 of them were me.
Oh man.
You gotta love Chris.
Good stuff. Good stuff right there. Only said 3 things and 5 of them were mean. Jesus. That's so good.
This is I just opened a Joseph Magnus pick. It's actually really nice. Probably one of the more like sherry bomb Magnus picks I've had. Usually,
Where's that one from? Where's that from?
This is from Oak Liquor Cabinet.
Huh.
So it's I forgot where that store is, but yeah, that's a nice pick.
Huh.
Mark Bond gave me a sample of one that wasn't finished. It was fantastic. It was just a really solid bourbon.
This was really
It was
good.
13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think with a lot of the people that are behind Magnus, including obviously Nancy Fraley and what she does. I mean, she's like a mad scientist. I mean, I know she's incredible and she knows a lot. I mean, she's probably one of the more knowledgeable people I've probably ever talked to. I mean, it's fantastic. But I know she's behind a lot of brands, including Magnus, and it reflects. I know she's not going to allow for any garbage to be put out there. So
Yeah.
You've got her coming on your channel pretty soon, I think, right?
Yeah, the first week in February, she's coming on with Eric Waite Whiskey Studies, and she's amazing. She's just like, hey, I'm gonna send you some different variants of the Joseph Magnus. She's gonna send each component of Magnus, and then literally go through how she blends them.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a whole blending
Wow.
class on YouTube. It's gonna be
That's freaking awesome, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're gonna get real. That's why I said in the thumbnail, bring your notebooks because it's gonna get real nerdy.
You're gonna have to start that stream about 3 p.m.
Yeah, seriously, but Nancy Fraley, again, if you guys didn't know, she is also a drummer.
yeah,
What?
Like I'm calling it. There's something about bourbon and drums that just goes, and everyone else, I'm sorry,
Hey, take it.
Look,
you're not as good.
if we can get Nancy Fraley in our now 5-way drum video, I am so fucking down for that. Come on.
Yeah, she plays, and she's been we've been talking about her coming on for a little while, but she's the beginning of the year is usually pretty crazy for her trying to get all the new releases set to go. So she kind of worked in some time, is going to come on, but she wanted to send these samples to do the art of blending like live.
Wow.
She wants to go through and show how she does. It's amazing. I cannot. I'm so excited, and then I'm equally excited for the Shelf Turds and Whiskey Tornado live stream the following week with Will Hendo's Crazy Blind, where I'm sure be drinking a lot of Pabst and Fireball and God knows what else.
Good
Listen,
luck.
man, Jason, you gotta lobby on behalf of the drummers that the next blend of cigar batch is called the Drummer's Blend. We've got to get that.
If it's not called the drummer's batch, I will never buy another Magnus pick.
I'm with you.
All
Trev,
right,
What
let's
are you talking about, Trev? You don't buy Magnus now.
Oh,
Jesus.
Listen here, Stanley. You can't call me out, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just did it because I have it, so nobody can call me out on it. So I decided to call you out on it. Is it okay? Will I get canceled? Will I get canceled if I say that Old Pappy 10-year tastes like freaking shit?
Nope.
Holy crap.
Wait, hang on a second.
I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Hang on. Did someone send you a sample of old Pappy?
wait.
Does it say old Pappy?
No, it's Old Rip Van Winkle 10-year, 107 proof.
All right, you don't like it, hey?
Truthfully, it tastes like maybe it was like an old pappy from a freaking old person's home. Maybe something that was drained out of a bedpan to me.
Oh no.
Stanley,
maybe maybe it literally came out of old Rip's Van Winkle.
Yeah, there you go, Jason.
Wait.
Wow.
Dude,
I mean, it's not.
it ain't happy.
Let's just put it this way: if somebody else wants the rest of this, the other ounce of this sample, hit me up. I'll send it to you.
All right.
No, Stanley, you can keep that that Van Winkle.
I mean, I'm not. Look, I'm new to the game, but holy shit.
All right. Well, hey, I mean, at the end of the
bad.
day, you like what you like. I mean, I think a lot of us get into these arguments with people about like, I taste this and I don't like that. I mean, at the end of the day, who gives a shit? If you don't like it, then just don't drink it. I mean, it's as simple as that, to be honest. So
yeah, other than special reserve, this is the first other Weller product I ever got a taste of.
I'm convinced Old Rip 10 is just Eagle Rare at higher proof because that's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Eagle Rare, but if that's Eagle Rare at higher proof, keep it where it's at because freaking holy shit, that was freaking. Yeah. I didn't like that. You know what? Maybe this will help me out. Parker's Heritage 11.
All right, there you go. There you go. All right, so Bourbon. There's nobody. If you're meeting like is somebody else waiting in the like little waiting room here, there's nobody else in there. So. I mean, nobody cool anyway. Like you said.
Way to go.
Can I give a shout out real quick?
I mean, they didn't let me in here, so I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking cool factor, I mean, Will is here, so I mean, come on, that tells you.
Go.
Yeah, we got the Wags in the house tonight, so Wags is the superstar tonight.
Yeah, he is.
No, I don't know about that. As a matter of fact, just so you know, my plan is still to pregame Hot Buttery Rolls' Saturday Night Flight as with my first live video on YouTube this week. Oh. I'm just trying to figure out how to get my channel up right now. But I wanted to make a quick shout out to Jason for Mash and Drum. Why would he's you really close? Because he's really close. You know, he's an up and comer. He's an up and comer, and I try to.
Okay, all right.
And good. I'm trying to. You know, that's my thing is on Instagram and on here also is trying to lift people up to get them to get them to goals and stuff like that, so they feel. I gotcha. You know, and I just want to shout out this up and coming channel called The Mash and Drum.
Yeah, he needs it. He needs a little help here. Come on, let's.
I believe looking at his channel right now that he is very, very, very close to 40,000 subscribers. You know, I think it's just 4,000.
I think I was his 40th. Yeah, he just hit 40 subscribers.
Yeah, man.
I
think the Mash and Drums motto is 40 ain't shit. # 40 ain't shit. You know,
he's up. But Trev, you missed it. It's 45 subscribers now. We're good.
Oh,
we got him a few tonight.
Brother, you're on your way.
Oh, did you guys?
So he's really close to 40. He's really close to 40K, and hopefully by the time he comes on tomorrow night, it will be a 40K celebration. And I'm hoping that someday that he'll have the time in his busy schedule of trying to begin. He's trying to keep his channel going without just falling off the face of the earth because not a lot of people watch him. That he'd come over to Instagram on a Thursday night for 45 minutes. I mean, Scott's already said that, he would be willing to do that also. So,
yeah.
And then Trev.
I'm happy to have you on here. Like Jason C from the Mash and Drum. I mean, don't hold your breath. That's all I say. Like if you're waiting for an invitation to get on the channel.
Well, I mean, I know I got to.
I've had all these great guys on. I haven't had Cameron on yet, but we're in the works. We're going to do something with the drumming.
Well, yeah, he obviously he lives right next, like he lives down the street from you, so it's not like you shouldn't be able to have him on live with you doing something. You know what? Actually, you guys should each get on your set and do a little something and then talk about whiskey.
There you go.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. We were talking about him, and all of a
Oh,
sudden he just shows up.
There he is.
Here's the
Hey,
Messiah.
Chris.
Look at the Messiah just
I
shows up.
was waiting for Mr. Butter to come on. Where's the butter?
I was just sitting here watching the
There
stream,
he
and I heard
is.
Jason
What's up,
talking
bro?
about great guys and having great guys on his stream.
See, and everybody, see, we were talking about helping out channels. So if anybody hasn't checked out hot sourdough rolls, this is where you want to be. So go check it out. He is nailing it. Sift the flour, flip the dough. That's how it goes, baby.
So Trev 2.0.
I call him Mr.
Trev
Schubert.
Trev XXL. Oh, Chris Hot Buddy Rolls. It's good to see you.
Jesus.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Chris Schubert.
Look,
Call him.
I don't know where this whole Trev XXL thing. I would do some terrible things to hot buttery rolls,
So terrible.
and I'm
Say
talking,
more.
I'm talking about an actual
Yeah.
hot buttery roll. Chris, yeah, I would probably do some terrible things to him too, but.
Hey, guys!
I'm
wait
just
till the
gonna
live.
help
Wait till the
Trev.
live.
I'm gonna help Trev out real quick here. I'm gonna give him. He's about ready to get himself in trouble, so he's talking. I'm gonna help him out here, though.
Oh my goodness.
Is he gonna put him on top? Oh no.
No, I had to mute him. He was starting to get carried away. I didn't want him to say something he'd regret. So we.
Oh, I thought you were gonna move.
There's
I thought
no
you were gonna
regrets.
move. I thought you were gonna move Chris over into Hendo's spot and make Chris the power bottom.
Yeah, I don't.
Nobody
oh,
makes
I-
it power bottom. That's a voluntary position.
Oh, this is. Hey, I forgot. I forgot I could do this. Like I could be like the Brady
move us.
Bunch.
Yeah.
But
We need
yeah,
two
Scott,
more.
I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you having me on here. I'm just a guy over on Instagram, doing my thing over there and trying to help out people over here as much as I possibly can. So
Hey,
I do appreciate you having me on.
Hey, I'm glad you could come on. And at the end of the day, all of us do this because this is what we enjoy doing. You can shoot the shit, you can drink whiskey, and you can have a good time. So it's at the end of the day, this is what I think a lot of us, ultimately wanted to do. And it gives us a little bit of a platform to do it. And I mean, it's fun to do. This is where I have the most fun. So
Wags, I'd like to thank you for all that beautiful commentary you gave me. I am still trying to make it as a YouTuber, and I really appreciate you helping me out.
Hey, you know what? If anybody knows me from Instagram or whatever, or even on the chat, I'm out there to shout people out that need,
And
that
definitely,
need
you,
the following.
you definitely will be on the channel. I have hot buttery rolls. We've talked about him coming on next, but we have to think of something pretty epic though to do, Mr. Sourdough.
Hey, I just think that we should just get a dozen donuts and eat them all at once. But
yeah, there you go.
that might just be because it's Tuesday night.
Now we're talking. I can't drum worth a shit, but I can plow away a few Krispy Kremes. Like I'll destroy some Krispy Kremes. I can't drum worth a shit, but if we're gonna do that,
Hell yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Drums and plows. Here we go. All right. Next live stream.
So this is what we do, Chris and Jason. Let's see how long. I mean, when would you think that hot buttery rolls might be coming on there, Jason?
Why are there two Hendos? What's happening?
I'm
don't know.
super confused.
My question is, why aren't there always two Hendos?
We have
Look at the guy.
dual hendos.
oh, here we go. Now it's okay.
What the heck?
Weird.
His
You
flip.
just blew my mind. I was like, oh,
You would love that. Come
another
on.
guest. And it said Will Hen-
It's like Hendo's a twin.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so
what? Who knows what
when do you think? Is there enough time for me to send out a flight to both of you, and when you guys go on, then you guys could do a flight from me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually,
For
why don't you come on with us that night, Wags? You could kind of moderate and see how we're doing with this flight, and me and Chris will taste through it.
Okay,
I mean,
I'll give you a
best
heads
flight
up.
ever.
It's gonna be a flight from one distiller. Period. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So
It's just gonna be. It'll just be five. It'll just be
all
five.
from Jeff the Creed.
It's gonna be
I was going to say,
all
as
Jeff
long
the
as
Creed
it's all
single
Jeff
barrel.
the,
All Jeff the Creed single barrels. Oh my god!
or
Sorry,
Jeffries.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
before,
it.
Hey, before we get any further, can we do the oh my god, I think I had Cam I think I had him muted.
Yeah, who you-
This
How
whole
dare you.
time.
I'm back.
Oh, you are. Did I? I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I was sick of listening to that velvety, sexy voice there. I was like, oh man, I can only listen to this so long. Jason, let's do the giveaway thing tonight. Do you have all the numbers by any chance?
Yeah, I got all the names. Let me set it up real quick, and we'll get it ready.
So I'll let you tell me how many there are. I'll ask for a number, and whatever that is, you can throw it in the chat.
Got it.
All right, how many we have?
Yes, Jason, give me a number, please. Give me a number.
We have between 1 and 19.
Hey Google, give me a random number between 1 and 19.
I like my odds.
Two.
Let's go.
Number 2.
Number two
Yes.
is Brian Anderson.
Brian.
All right, so he'll have to reach out to me, and actually, I don't even think I've got to go that far. I think he might be in Wisconsin. Actually,
Oh, you get to just drive your samples there. Lucky.
So
I don't know. I mean,
there are 2 people that live in Wisconsin.
there are 3 people. 3 people.
Hey, Drew's over there too, huh?
So here we go. We got like we have dual wills again. Here we go. Let's go.
So many wills.
Here it comes. We got 2 wills again, baby.
Need more will.
Will, it's like everyone watching.
Hey, how many wills do we need tonight for crying out loud?
How many wills am I holding up?
Dude, my
Hey, Scott,
Yeah.
how close are you
my
to Milwaukee?
internet's like freaking out, guys.
I'm
was
depending on
very
which
freaking
part
out, so
I'm
I'm
no more than 30 minutes from Milwaukee where I am.
Will, tell the kids to get off Netflix.
Yeah, I think my wife's on Netflix right now. That's the
Oh
problem.
no.
Oh Christ. Here we go. We're gonna get another will any minute now, aren't we?
Yeah, probably.
Brian
I'm gonna
Anderson,
go ahead and hop
congrats.
off, guys. But hey, it's been awesome. Y'all have a great night. Cheers.
Will, after all of you after getting 4 wills at a time, you're gonna jump off now.
All right, well then I'll stay on. Y'all get in the middle.
Well, that's all I had. That's all I had to do with just like insult
Okay.
you, and you're gonna stick
I've got-
around.
I've got
Okay.
some-
Yes,
I've got
there you
some
go. So Brian, all right,
1792
you're gonna reach out.
sweet wheat. All right.
All right. So Brian, reach out to me. I'll get you your samples. That's good. I don't have to ship anything very far. That's good. Did he wait? Hang on, Wags. Did he say he was in Wisconsin or not Wisconsin? In Milwaukee?
No, I was just saying that. Yeah, I was just wondering where you were on as to Milwaukee, because I actually do have a friend from the Navy that lives about an hour or so outside of Milwaukee. I can't remember what the name of the city is, but no,
I think it's Awesomeville. I'm pretty sure.
Well, no, because I actually was I'm trying to think. I was in Green Bay.
Okay.
For some training, and we went ahead and went to Milwaukee, and I went to the Harley. I'm not a Harley Davidson guy.
Yep.
I've always been like anti Harley Davidson. I don't know why, just because it's always. I guess I grew up around the Hells Angels and stuff here in Southern California, and
Robbie, if you can hear me, I'm sorry.
yeah. So so I went to the Harley Museum, which is one of the most amazing. If you've never been there, most amazing places you could ever go to, even if you don't like motorcycles.
Oh yeah.
There's some really cool stuff about Evel Knievel and some very really cool stuff.
It is one of the best places that you can go. The museum that they have. Oh Christ, here he comes again.
Yeah, and then Leinenkugels is one of my favorite beers, the Summer Shandy.
Oh yeah.
So I went to the brewery, which is just as you're coming from Green Bay, when you're coming into Milwaukee, it's right on the left-hand side of the freeway. I saw it. I said, before we go to Harley Davidson, we got to go there. So that was really cool.
Yeah. Liney's is a solid place. So, all right, won't let me unmute him at all.
But I couldn't find Shots Brewery. It really pissed me off.
Find what brewery?
Shots. Did you ever watch Laverne and Shirley?
Oh yeah, that was is that what it said on the beer, Shots?
Yeah, it was Shots Brewery.
Oh, all right. I don't think that exists. Oh yeah, there you go. Those are good ones right there. The Tennessee Tasters. Why the hell? It won't even let me. Oh unmute him at all.
Yeah,
Maybe
That's probably because he muted himself.
Oh yeah, why don't you unmute yourself? There you go.
Sorry, I
Well,
was trying to get my internet fixed, so I had to go talk to the wife, and I didn't think I wanted to hear that. So, not
Hey,
that was
Danny's doing his internet shit. Get off the Netflix.
It is. All right, so Chris, what are you sipping on there, buddy?
This is a Starlight 4-grain craft distiller char. 59.1% ABV, and it's
Okay.
freaking delicious. This is a bottle that was sent to me by the Whiskey Fancies.
The whiskey fancies.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah, a couple of ladies from California that are killing it with their reviews. I love them.
What happened to Wags?
Sir?
What happened to Wags?
Oh, Wags fell off. Oh shit.
Oh, here he is. Should we let him back in or
it
what?
wasn't me this time. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry about that. Freaking, it just locked up on me.
There was I had to take a vote to see whether we were going to allow you back on. You snuck back in by one vote.
Oh, and let me guess, that vote was from Jason, right?
I can't. No, yeah. It
What do you
rhymes.
mean?
I can't tell you exactly
No,
who it was, but
Wags.
I can't
First
tell
of
you who.
all, none of you idiots even freaking realized it was gone until I said something. Come on.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who it was.
Hey, that, you know, truthfully, here's the thing that's crazy is that when I go on different different chats on YouTube and stuff like that, one of the very first people, if he's on the chat, to shout me out, besides Richie Z, who seems to always be in every single chat, the first person that seems to jump on and just yell, put it WAGGZ in giant capital letters, is either Jason or Scott, whichever one is on that live at the time first. And it's WAGGZ, big, capital letters, and exclamation points and stuff. And the truth is, it makes me feel good because, truthfully, like I said, I've been new to the game. This whole thing with YouTube and Instagram and stuff is completely freaking uncharted territory. And like
Stanley,
I said,
Stanley, what's going to be the name of your YouTube channel?
surprisingly, it's going to be weird. It's going to be called the Mash Bill.
That's weird.
If you don't know, if you don't know, if you don't know, yeah, if you don't know on Instagram, it's the at the _Mashville is my channel over there where I do lives where I've already interviewed. Well, I've talked to Chris, I've talked to Klein. I just had Shayla on last week, and then some other Instagram people like Bourbon Jeeper on Instagram. So yeah.
Did you go live last night at like 2 a.m.?
I went live last night late. Well, I
I've
guess
got you on like super follow on my Instagram, and that shit woke me up, and I was like, Swagner is burning the midnight oil on a Monday.
Well, what it was, okay, so.
But you thought for 1 second, I'm like, I'm gonna get my stuff ready. I'm gonna hop on this one. I'm going.
Yeah. So, my
All right,
normal.
guys. Hey, guys, real quick. I'm probably about to drop again because my internet's crap. Apparently, all of a sudden.
Okay.
So, cheers.
YouTube,
Y'all,
bud.
good night.
Enjoy
Cheers, buddy.
Netflix.
Thanks for being on.
Tell your wife I hope she's enjoying her Criminal Minds.
Yeah,
And Win
enjoy the Hallmark channel. Enjoy the Hallmark channel.
Yeah.
Hey,
I was gonna say, so the
Hey,
whole
as
reason
long
if
if she's
This
happy,
is
I'm
my
happy.
next one.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Text
See ya,
me
bud.
later, Indo,
See ya.
you freaking weirdo.
Now here we got. Look at we get rid of one. We get rid of one and bring in another. Hey Cam, how's it going? We got all Cams. We got them all over the place here. They're flying all over.
Very good, guys. How's it going?
They're good. How are you?
Cameron Wagner, Cameron Taylor, whatever. I can't read.
There you
Well,
go.
no, I don't see anybody's name now.
All right, so Cam, you want to tell? Oh, I know.
There
All
we
right,
go.
so Cam runs. He does a lot of live streams on like WAGGZ does, but they do a lot of interviews with distillers and all that kind of stuff. So do you want to share for a second a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, sure. I and a friend do a mostly weekly Instagram show where we interview distiller blenders from all over. We call it Thirsty for 30, and it's a 30-minute segment, and we just talk with them and find out about the brand and the history and all that good stuff. And then usually we've got some samples on hand that they've sent us, and we taste through those and kind of give some feedback. And we've been doing that since March of last year, really, when kind of the world ended. We decided to start drinking whiskey publicly. And that's what happened. So,
All right,
good call.
No, it's all fun stuff. I mean, I think a lot of us enjoy all of that, you know, getting the extra information from all the distilleries and what's going on. And I mean, I think partially with all the social media, it allows us to really stay on top of a lot of things and understand what it is that's going on in the old whiskey world. So it's kind of nice.
yeah, it's neat to get it firsthand for sure.
Well, there's so much of it. You know, the nice part is that so many of these people that, you know, that a lot of us look up to, or like, you know, wish we could be part of whatever it is they're doing. A lot of them are always really good with their time and, you know, okay with sharing some of that, and, you know, which is kind of nice. So,
Yeah. A few of them have told me, like, well, I was going to be sitting at home drinking alone anyway, so I might as well flip on my camera and talk about
yeah, I mean, hey,
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
But here's the thing. Hey, wait a second though. So Cameron of say Barbell Strength.
Yeah.
The thing is that you got to remember something. If you're looking in a mirror, you're never drinking alone. And if you're in a house of mirrors, it's a party. Trademarked before freaking.
duly noted.
But Hot Buddy Rolls takes it for a shirt.
You can have that one.
Yeah, it's already printed. I think HBR's already got those. Like if you're drinking in a house of glass, it's a party, baby.
If you live in a glass house, you should probably get dressed in the basement. That's my shirt.
Yeah, or just wear your PJs all the time. One of the two.
I sleep in the nude. That's my fault. I blame myself.
If you guys don't get a chance to watch Chris on freaking Saturday nights with him and Josh, gets really interesting. He has the most. I had a friend from Alabama that had sayings like, you know, shit like a crippled coon. She had the head. She had the.
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, a body that wouldn't quit, but the head of a bastard cat. Things like that. And
so wait, hang on a second. Where was this again? Alabama?
So when I was in the military, my best friend from Alabama, my best friend in the military, his name's Ashley Fan. He's from Gunnersville, Alabama. And
he wouldn't appreciate you putting that out there.
Oh no, he believe me. This guy, if you knew this guy, he would appreciate me putting this out there. But he always had those kind of sayings, like, you know, like I said, the head of a, you know, body wouldn't quit, head of a bastard cat. But Chris there, he always has some really good one-liners too. Like, what's my favorite one? Oh, grandma always said better late than pregnant. Stuff like that. So if you don't catch him on Saturday night, you gotta watch the shit show that Josh and him are on Saturday Night Flight.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, with Cameron, check out his other channel, because once you get an insight into where he came from to what he's doing now on Drums and Drams, you can see where the crossover is and how it works out for him and stuff. And then that up and comer Jason in the corner, you know, check him out every once in a while. But
so for Cam in the upper right hand corner, what night is like flute night? What night is that? Like a Monday nights? What do we got? A percussion night? We got
flute night. Come on,
flute on Mondays.
God damn it. No, I mean, honestly, man, you know, my whole career has been doing percussion stuff, and with all this COVID shit, I might work like once or twice a month, you know, with the orchestra, or like a concert from my basement, like a virtual concert that I produce in my studio. So I just decided, like, I love whiskey so much, let's do this. So, you know, I'm just doing live streams every Thursday on my channel and just trying to put out content, but there's no flute night.
Now this sounds like a bit of a Thursday night battle between the Cams, is what it sounds like a little bit.
I mean, here's the deal. Like, I was on Tuesday at first because I I had no idea that
All
Bourbon
right,
Junkies were on Tuesdays.
Okay, hang on a second. Tuesday night's my night, so we're gonna
Right.
we're gonna shut this guy down here in a second. What is this bullshit?
Let's just move past this. And then I was like, let's try Mondays. Let's try Saturdays. What the fuck? All right, I'm going to go Thursdays and just hope for the best. 8 p.m. Eastern. That's what I'm doing because I don't have any other better solution to that.
Well, I think Schmonday is open, so you might want to give that one a try.
Oh, come on. Shelf turds are on Schmonday. I
Okay.
mean, you know.
All right, that's true.
So,
Hey,
Yeah, we're starting to have a really big problem because now you got I Whiskey She Wines coming back on, and so that's going to
That's not a
jumble up.
problem. That's freaking
That's good.
awesome.
Well, no, that's
there's
awesome.
too
I'm
much
saying
whiskey.
It jumbles up some stuff. Like Cam just said that he's on YouTube on Thursdays at 8 Eastern. That's the same time I do my live on IG.
Oh,
And I've been trying to not step on people's toes.
God damn it.
So no, I'm just saying. On Thursdays, I started out later in the night, and then I kept on stepping on people's toes. So I moved myself farther and farther back, and I got to 5 p.m. on West Coast.
Yeah.
Now I just found out that Cam's there, so I'm like sitting there going, okay, well, myself personally, I'd rather move to because there's some Monday openings and some Saturday openings, so I'll find another spot for my IG. So
Well, geez, I mean,
maybe some other people can see me.
pretty soon you're gonna have the time slot where you can do your Instagram live and sell like air fryers all at the same time.
Barn Door said that Wednesday at 2 p.m. is available.
Ooh. Hopefully I catch some of those lunchtime freaking views.
Hell yeah.
But no, like I said, I'm not here to pump I'm not. I mean, even though I always put myself, I always try to promote myself. I'm not here to step on anybody's toes. So, like I said, my whole journey is to get people the taste that they don't.
That's
that they can't
$1.
get.
That's $1 you owe me. You used the word journey, so appreciate it.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. And but that's what my whole thing's about is getting is more than anything is getting people the taste of things they don't get. They don't have the advantage of getting a taste of, whether it be financially or just where they live. And then talk about truthfully talk about music. That's another thing, metal music especially. So that's why me and Trev and some of these other guys, do our things every night, all night. There you go.
Yeah.
But no, so like now that I know that Drams and Drums is going on Thursday at 5, then I don't know how long it'll be before I do it, but I'll change my times because there's no reason for me to step on somebody else.
What a guy just keeps giving up his time slots. I mean, 2 a.m. on Mondays is going to be like the only time that's going to be available for these dudes. So,
hey, whatever. I mean, the thing is like my stuff, because for some reason on Instagram, some people can do 3 or 4 hours, but they only give me an hour. And I end up coming back and I do a second hour. I usually do a second hour when I do a live. But like I said, with the Instagram thing, like Barbell, I don't know how he does his in 30 minutes, so it doesn't necessarily affect him. But like me,
I feel like 30
stuff,
minutes is probably like a perfect window for Instagram.
yeah.
If you're on Instagram, you're probably looking for like a snippet versus a marathon.
Yeah, I would agree.
Found with Instagram is that right around like 40-45 minutes, folks just start to drop off, right? Like
right.
That's a big time commitment. Like they'll give you an hour, but so we do our interview section is 30 minutes, and that's like perfect. Like if you just want to know about, that's the amount of time that you can kind of dedicate to hearing the story, hearing what they're putting out, and then we do like a minute tasting after that. So it really ends up being like 45, but the really key part is that.
Well, that's pretty good. That's about 44 and a half minutes longer than anybody stuck around here tonight. So that's pretty good.
And I was going to say that's contrary to YouTube, where the ideal stream length is 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's a marathon. It just turns into like, I'm going to do a real formal show, and then here's what you get at the end of a formal show. Look at this group.
Yeah. So here's the problem with the Hot Buttery Rolls. He has this follower. His name is Jason, but it's with a Y, and he like supports the entire freaking whiskey tube. For some reason, he's got plenty of freaking money to help out everybody, and Jace, Hot Buddy Rolls say, well, I got to go. We're going to go, da-da-da-da. And then someone like myself or Jason or somebody will throw a couple more dollars at him and say, no, you'll make it till you'll make it for the next 20 minutes. And then it turns into an hour. And then 6 hours later, his stream's finally over. But
I've seen some of the replays. I look at like the time. I'm like, 23 hours this live stream went. I can't watch a 23-hour live stream.
But yeah, I've been on Chris's show a couple times. He brings me on. He bring Kilco. He brought on Brian Kilco a couple weeks ago, and
it was a good time.
Yeah, it's just us BS. It's just us BSing. He does his thing for his hour or so. What him and Josh are gonna do, their flights or whatever, and then it turns into whoever wants to jump on, and then boom, it goes on from there. Kind of like this turned out tonight. So
I mean, honestly, this is kind of the fun stuff. I mean, I know we've all done, for the most part, stuff that's formal and all of that. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, these are always the loose, fun things that, we can just shoot the shit and have a good time with it, so.
That's actually how my sophomore English teacher described me as loose and fun.
Yeah, just your sophomore one, though, right?
Oh, well, that's when I stopped.
That's how I actually described my dancing pants. Loose and
Were
fun.
his hands on your shoulders?
Jesus.
No, truth. Okay, so I don't know how anybody else started out, but truthfully,
well, whenever a man loves a woman very much.
Okay, we know that part.
Yeah. Okay, this is like, okay, we're literally going back to like how it all started. Then, right? So like, a man and a woman get together.
But on Whiskey Tube, on the Whiskey Tube, truthfully, one of the very first people I subscribed to was the Junkies and Whiskey Tribe. It seems like that's pretty much where a lot of people started out at. And then all of a sudden, my next one was Jason. It was the Mash and Drum, and he's the one that got me really interested in the history of things, what I'm actually tasting. Rex and freaking that is great, and they're funny and everything else, but they're too much of a straight man goofy guy for me to get any kind of real history behind things. And Jason was the first one that gave me that history, and then he shouted out Shayla and Scott, and I started following them. And then that worked into Chris and everybody else that I follow now. And then my latest was Cameron, the Drams and Drums, was because he was on a live.
I just unsubscribed to that guy. So
yeah, he was on a live.
He's way too handsome.
Yeah.
God damn it.
With his perfect lighting and his deep velvety voice.
I prefer Drams and Drums more. He's way better. That's a way better.
The thing is that I feel really bad because I've been following Barrel Strength. I mean, I've been watching Barrel Strength Bourbon for like 3 months now, and just realized that I hadn't actually followed him. Yeah, followed them. So I felt really bad, but I am actually following them now. But like I said, the people that are on the screen right now are pretty much. I mean, like I said, with the two Camerons. They've been recent, but I've gone through every video of Drams and Drums, his other channel, and all his stuff that he's done so far on this channel. And it's helping me, all of you guys, your videos, the way that you treat people and everything else has helped me to do what I'm doing now, and want very, very badly to get on YouTube and at least do something, whether or not I get one follower or I get 40K, like somebody else in the room, I'll brag for him. But
that startup guy,
that startup guy, how he got 40,000 people to follow him in 1 month is freaking amazing.
1 month.
Most of his other streams are topless.
You know, I'm thinking it's train. I'm thinking it's his trains. I'm thinking
Yeah,
it was his trains.
He spent $7,000 on keels and like $1,000 on a train, and the rest is history.
That's right.
You know,
And
I think truthfully, the
don't
guy was
forget
nothing.
the 3 pounds of cover up.
Yeah.
The guy was almost nothing. Like he'd been just trotting until Fred Minnick told him to go fuck his trains, and then boom, he blew up.
Is that what he?
I don't
I don't
remember
remember it
for
being-
that stream, and I don't remember it going like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it really.
yeah.
did.
I was
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
I was relatively sober at that point. Like the whole "go fuck your train" thing. I don't remember that either. But
No, I think it was let's run a train. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
yeah, that's now.
And
now
Matt
that's-
Porter, Matt
that's-
Porter said it.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
way more
Matt
realistic.
Porter said it, but don't be surprised if you see me and Fred Minnick do a live on a vintage train at some point.
That's never mind.
Hey, is that going to be with my sophomore English teacher? Is that a vintage train?
Oh no.
Yeah, the title of the stream is going to be what is it? Loose and soft.
Yeah, fast and loose.
Hot dog in a hallway. Anyways.
Oh man, I'll tell you. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I want to like apologize, but I don't. Like there's like nothing we're even talking about has anything to do with whiskey whatsoever anymore. Like nothing.
We did just lose 5 viewers though. So
It's called the definition of the shit show. We talked about this before.
Yeah, we did.
Whose channel are we on right now? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
it feels a lot like mine.
This is way more HBR style right here. This is what this is. So. I'm just gonna back off. We'll let Chris take over now.
So have you guys had the new riff Balboa?
Yeah.
No, I don't have it. How is it?
But I don't have
It is
one.
incredible.
It's incredible. I love that.
I wish I
want-
had a friend that might send me a sample of that.
I want him to bring
Yeah,
it.
I do have a friend that sent me a sample of it. It's pretty cool.
No, I've heard about it. Is it one that's tough to get or no?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Incredibly tough.
It was a one-time release that they did. I don't know if they're going to be coming out with more of it, but it's good. Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
I'll send you some, Scotty. I got a bottle.
What is the mash bill? What is the deal behind it?
Well,
I'm going to say it's probably mostly rye.
yeah, it's called Balboa Rye. So I would venture a guess it's a lot of rye.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
No, isn't that a single malt? I thought that was a single malt.
No, the Balboa Rye is a special, like an heirloom rye that they chose to make it out of, and it actually comes across as one of like the fruitiest ryes I've ever had. It's really good.
Yes.
They basically think just like riff.
Just think if you could do like a barrel pick of that, it could be like the Rocky Balboa.
Yes.
Yeah, you totally could.
And you could do like the
Riff-
like you do a Balboa bourbon and call it the Clever Lang. I don't know. That was terrible.
Barbell, what were you going to say about it? Do you have
Yeah.
any info on that Balboa?
I don't. I just know that it was like it's a super funky grain. Like it's not a grain that is generally used. But it did. I had it at a bottle share last year sometime, and I'm 100% on board with the fruity. Like it's super fruity. Like just a weird. You don't get that like any mint or dill on it.
Yeah.
It's all like for me it was red berry, like all across the
Yeah,
nose.
it's a red berry rye. It's really weird.
That's interesting.
To me, it's like if you took 3/4 Weller Full Proof and added 1/4 7-year-old MGP rye.
Really?
Yeah, I can
Yes.
see that. Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Boy, that's very interesting for a rye.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I thought it was like some kind of weird rye mixed with like a wheat whiskey. I'm like, it's so fruity. Like, what the hell's happening in here?
Huh.
Almost like 3/4 Weller Full Proof and 1/4 MGP rye.
Yeah, what you said, but
But better because you said it.
Hey, I'm just wondering, Chris, what do you think this is? What I mean, if you were to compare it to anything else, what would you think that this would be compared to?
I don't know. It's almost like it's like mostly a wheated whiskey with some rye. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
you can see
by the way,
this.
Wagner. I recognized my shitty handwriting. What are you drinking?
Oh, it's the you sent me a while ago. It was the Knob Creek 15-year Empire Liquor store pick.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, you got. All right, I thought you were gonna. I was gonna say if you had like just the regular 15, your Knob Creek.
And is that green tape with a Sharpie?
Well, let's see. So here's hot buttery rolls.
Or did he like draw pictures on that shit? Look at that. Wow.
He even put HBR on it, so I knew who it was.
HBR, yes.
Hey, that's how you know it's the personal touch. I didn't have my child write that.
Here's one from MagTX. Here's one from MagTX 57. Jack Daniels.
That looks like rookie style right there. What kind of crap tape is that?
So then here comes the good old freaking this is Hendo with the Chattanooga.
That's what Hendo said.
Rye that he sent me.
He sent you the blue hockey tape.
Yeah. And then this was Hood Sommelier. The sticker on the bottom is mine, so I knew what it said and what the proof was.
I like it.
Why was everything else like chicken scratch or what?
I wrote
yeah,
that.
pretty much. And then look at this. You know that freaking Julielle is the one that freaking wrote this, not freaking Danielle, because that's too. I just got a feeling that's way too nice for it to be Danielle.
Yeah. What was that? Is that batch 5 of the rye?
Yeah, that's batch 5 batch 5 of the rye.
Yeah, I just had some the other day. It's good.
Hey, Michael James Hyde is in the house. That is the Big Chief from the Bourbon Road.
How's it going, buddy?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah, so then well, from the likes, I ended up with that Blanton's Gold I started out with, that batch 5. The whole thing was I won the batch 5 rye. They went ahead and were nice enough to send me a Blanton's Gold, and then because they know I said that I was an old Carter fan. Did
Cameron just mute himself so he could say the F word? Cameron hates Blanton's Gold.
Fuck. Also no, I did not mute myself. I don't know why that happened.
Yeah, they sent me a batch for Americans, so that was really cool. That was really great of them. I appreciate it. I actually appreciate everybody.
I think honestly, some of the old Carter like American whiskeys, like for me, it's some of the best whiskeys. Period. Like it is such a rich like whiskey. It's incredible. I don't even know how else to even say it, but.
So I do have a question as being a newbie. How do you guys go about contacting like a distillery or whatever and asking them if they'd be willing to come on and talk to you?
I just go to the distillery and kick the front door down and be like, where's the fucking where are your bourbon samples? I'm gonna need some to do a review of.
Yeah, I send them beehole pics on Instagram.
Or is that to your sophomore teacher?
Yeah. See, these are two different approaches. Mine's more aggressive, and Chris's is just much more subtle. You know,
it's finesse. It's finesse.
Yeah, much more finesse. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know Jason has had people on. I know that you've had people on, Scott. And Chris is. I don't know if Chris has had a distillery on yet.
No, okay. So here's the thing. I think all of us, like Cam, Jason, myself, anybody who's like reached out to a lot of distilleries about doing things, most of them are pretty good about like sending you either samples or a bottle, especially if you're going to do like a live stream or whatever it may be. But you know, a lot of people think that, and again, you get it all the time, but you know, people think, you know, as soon as a bottle gets sent to you, you know, that you're going to be playing like a lot of favoritism and say good things, but it's not always the case. I mean, like anything that ever gets sent to me, I tell them, like, and there's been a couple of them where I flat out told them, like, I can't review this. It's just no good. Like, I refuse to go on and just bash you. I'm not going to do that. But most of them are pretty good about, you know, sending you something.
Yeah, smaller distilleries, especially craft distilleries, if you reach out to them on Instagram
except for Cat's Eye.
Except for Cat's Eye.
I reached out to Gene Nassif and I was like, hey man, I'm gonna do a feature on Cat's Eye because I love what you're doing. I have like 4 of your 6 offerings. Is there any way I can get a sample of the other ones? And he was like, man, we can really only focus on the major channels right now.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, man. Well, I'm not a major channel, but I'm still going to review your shit.
Yeah. Well, Hey, let me guess how those other 4 are gonna go.
Yeah.
Hey, may the odds be ever in your favor.
Well, the reason I ask is because
like I said, if you reach out to the small distillers on Instagram, you generally will get some feedback, and they'll be glad to share some stuff with you and possibly have a rep that'll come on. The bigger distilleries, those are harder because depending on who you want to come on the channel, you have to go through
Just say Jackie Zykan. Just say it.
Cool. You have to.
That's what we're all hoping for.
Yeah, you have to kind of go through their people. So you have to, once you get on a list, you could start, getting contacted by others, and it's really weird how they find you and how they kind of latch on. I mean, honestly, Michael James Hyatt, Big Chief, I mean, they've had some incredible guests on their podcasts, and podcasts seem to really get some high profile guests on. So.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's almost just about like staying in contact with these people, keeping after it. I mean, whether you wear them down or however it goes, I would say most of them, probably 85% of them are all pretty good about doing something with you, whatever that may be. Again, I know Wags, like you're a big fan of old Carter. They would do something with you in a heartbeat. They love all of that. That's what they're all about. And they appreciate anybody who's willing to do things, not just because of, the size of your channel or whatever. If you know them, like a lot of us do, they love doing what it is that they do, and they love sharing their whiskey. And so, I mean, I wouldn't hesitate to reach out to anybody, honestly. Just
okay. So, because the reason I ask is because my focus right now, other than women in whiskey, which if anybody watches my IG will know that, is bringing more attention to the women that are in whiskey, that are head distillers, that are the people that are making the whiskey that everybody loves to freaking drink. People not realizing that distiller that's making that choice is a woman. Whether it be, Jackie Zykan or someone like that that's that's doing these things. I'm bringing more attention to that. But my other one is craft distilleries. I just realized that doing research, there's like literally 50 plus craft distilleries just in California. So my whole idea is to promote craft distilleries across the United States by talking to other people on Instagram or on YouTube that are from those states that know the craft distilleries, and to promote those craft distilleries that are putting out really, really good stuff, really, really good juice to people in that area that might not have any following because of the fact that they're only generating their footprint in that immediate area, but just need that little bump.
Well, okay, so like a perfect example. So like Cam from Barbell, so that they interview a lot of like I've had some of them on too. A lot of these guys, they're willing to share their time with you if you're willing to reach out to them. So don't hesitate to reach out to these people, especially if you're interested in doing like a little bit of an interview type of thing with them, or just review of their whiskeys. I mean, just do it. That's the bottom line.
Just ask. Well, I mean, the worst thing is if you ask 10 distilleries, come on your channel, even if 8 of them say no, you're going to have 2 probably solid guests, and you're going to get to talk with them and have good content. So
like Michael
said. The thing that happens is I kind of delineate between, I guess I have 2 categories, right? There are the folks whose products I've had and I love, right? Like I've tried them. I've kind of had a couple of different releases and I really enjoy them. And I reach out to them. I'm like, hey, look, I'm a fan. I would love to like try some of the new stuff you're putting out, or like the current stuff, and then do an interview and learn about the brand. And then there's the other category where it's like, hey, I don't know a whole lot about this brand. And I'm really upfront with them. I'm like, look, and it's terrible. Like I'm probably gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not gonna go on Instagram and talk poorly of like the hard work you've done, but I'm also not gonna go on and be like, this is my favorite thing ever because you sent me a bottle. I'm really upfront with both of them about what they can expect from me doing that interview. And probably 7-8 times out of 10 that I reach out, they're like, yeah, let's do something. Like, let's get something on the calendar and we'll send you something and you can, review it, or you can give us your feedback, and it works out. So.
Right. Because right now the thing is that the other night, for the first time on a live, I was with Shayla. I'm sorry. On Shayla, they popped on for a minute and then popped back off. But then on my live on Monday night, Broken Barrel was on there for the whole live. And I have a couple of bottles of California Oak because they said that they were getting rid of it, or that it was going to disappear. Mm-hmm. And somebody told me, hey, this is great, grab a couple of bottles. So I grabbed a couple of bottles, but I hadn't tasted them yet. And I told them straight on my live, I've never tasted anything you want, but I'd like to interview you. And, whether or not they get back to me or not, but it's just weird. That was the first distillery that jumped on to a live of a guy that has 315 freaking followers on Instagram. They just jumped on there and stayed the whole 45 minutes watching my live, just talking about just bullshit and whiskey and stuff. And I appreciated what they did. And I have a couple samples of Hearsay. It looks like, I believe this is Hearsay Rye, stuff like that. And they're local to me. They're literally within an hour and a half of where I live. So this is something where I really would like to. I just was trying to figure out how to go about contacting, or what is there some specific things?
Honestly, the easiest thing for the most part is reach out to them on Instagram. There's so many of these companies now that are on Instagram. Send them a direct message, tell them who you are, what you want to do, and they'll start the whole process. It's pretty straightforward nowadays. So,
almost every distillery has a brand manager or PR person.
Yep.
And the thing that they love is people out there talking about their whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Chris said, what do they have to lose? They're coming on, and if they do it for an hour, whether it's on your channel, what Cam does, whatever it may be, it's all promotion. It's free. They have nothing to lose. Why would they not want to do that with you?
Yeah, sometimes timing is everything. Marianne Eaves, she left Castle and Key. She, did a couple of side projects. She did the Sweetens Cove thing, and then she just launched her subscription service. And I saw she was on a bunch of different channels, even channels that were, just starting out, channels that were big. So I think it just depends. If you get sometimes the right people at the right time, you can have all sorts of guests on your channel.
Yeah.
Do you think that on her part, that Sweetens Cove is going to hurt her in the long run, though? Because of how...
She sold Dickel for $200 a bottle. That's a fucking dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got
the only reason I ask is because so many people on Instagram and on WhiskeyTube and on Whiskey Graham hammer Sweetens Cove so badly.
Here's the problem. We're a small part of that. There's so many people. Niche. Yeah, we're all of us here that follow a lot of everything that's going on. There are way more people that don't do what we do or even know what we know that will buy a $200 bottle of Dickel because of who's behind it or whatever it may be. It's just the way it is.
And that's the lore of a celebrity brand. Maybe a lot of people didn't know that Marianne Eaves blended it, but they sure as hell know that Peyton Manning was behind it. So,
right. But the people in the industry know that Marianne Eaves sold Dickel for $200 a bottle.
That's right. Sold it out. That's right. When I could just get it, when I could just go buy bottled and bond that's 13 years old for $40.
Yeah,
or you could buy a barrel product at barrel proof, and that's the only way to enjoy Dickel.
Yeah. Well, they do a little better job of blending it. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's the guy from Alabama I talked about earlier was the guy that introduced me to Dickel. Back in the Navy because
back in the Navy.
He would not let. I was a Jim Beam. Yeah, I was a Jim Beam guy at the time, and he's like, "Oh, that ain't shit. You gotta drink this George Dickel," and he would bring it back from Alabama every few months, and that's all he would allow people to drink when he was around was Dickel.
Well, leave it up to the guy from Alabama to be right.
Yeah, I'll just leave it that was back in my younger days when basically it didn't matter what it tasted like. It was whether or not if I was gonna pass out or if I was gonna make it all the way back to the freaking barracks. So, but that's that's another story for another time.
Will says the Dickel tickle.
The tickle. Hell yeah.
Yeah. He must.
I'm gonna jump off real quick because I have to go. I'm gonna go film a review. So.
All right. Well, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. Yeah. So I guess we're already 2 hours 15 minutes in. Thanks, Jace.
Yeah. So yeah, Jason, just real quick. Not this week because I'm gonna ask Scott. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna ask Scott to come on my live on Thursday if he can.
Yeah, Jason, go fuck yourself then, right?
And but
go have sex with your train.
Yeah, if it's okay, I'm gonna DM you over on Instagram or whatever and try to set up something to just have you come on for like 20-30 minutes or up to 45 ish. Just talk about your channel, just bullshit and drink some drams.
Sounds good. Yeah, Chris, I'll do my train after you do your English teacher.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I just want to just say tomorrow night on the channel we're going to be going old school. Scott from My Bourbon Journey, that guy that's hosting this thing tonight, and also Dusty Dan whiskey reviews. We're going to be going old school. So back in the day when the channel was kind of up and running, and me and Scotty were doing a lot of lives together. Dusty Dan would provide us with a couple of cool blind tastings because he has some really unique bottles that we never got to try. So we kind of challenged him to do that to us again. So I'm hoping by tomorrow we'll be celebrating 40,000 subs tomorrow night, and we'll be doing an old school blind tasting, also talking some news. So definitely be excited to see you guys there. So cheers.
Yep, it'll be fun. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, cheers,
buddy. Check your DMs.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be sliding into everyone's DMs tonight. That's the way it goes. So
I sent him a good luck b-hole pick.
Good. So all right, so we're 2 hours 15 minutes in. I don't know. There's still 39 people sticking around watching this shit show, so I appreciate it. But at some point, I can't run them as long as some of the other guys do. I just can't do it. So.
It's an acquired taste, buddy.
It's one of those things where you got to be a late runner, that's for sure. So
the secret Scott to it from watching Chris and being on Chris's lives with him, the secret is that approximately about an hour 45 in, you need to start hitting like 120 plus proofs,
130 plus
anything that's or if you can hit hazmat, right at the 2 hour, if you can hit a good 1 ounce or 2 ounce pour of hazmat right at the 2 hour point, you're good to like 6 hours.
That'll wrap her up. Okay. Oh, so that's what fires you up, a good high proofer then at that point.
Yeah, it's a liquid time machine. It's
a liquid time machine. That's a good way to put it. No,
Cameron just dropped off. So thanks a lot, Cameron.
Hang on. He's still. I got him back.
Oh, okay.
I thought he left for a drum session or something.
Cameron, go away.
Oh man, that's
no
harsh.
one's looking at any of us when you're on the fucking stream.
God damn.
Well, no, it's not just his looks. You know what? You know who he looks like? And tell me if I'm wrong. Sebastian Stan.
Daniel Tosh.
The winter soldier.
I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna go a little.
He looks like the winter soldier.
He does.
I'm gonna go a little bit like younger, only because like I'm around my niece and stuff quite a bit. I'm gonna say this is a little more of a Charlie Puth kind of look.
Yes,
he does have a Charlie Puth kind of look.
He's handsome as all get out.
He looks like he should be doing a Burger King commercial.
Here's what I'll say. If I was a 13-year-old girl, I would just be screaming on the live stream all night long.
Oh no!
And Scott thinks about being a 13-year-old girl a lot.
Yes, I do. Yes. So, and Chris and I, we unfortunately don't talk enough, but he is we're very like in sync. So he could see what was happening there. So
Yeah, we do get our periods at the same time.
we do. Fortunately, I'm feeling much better tonight. I'm just coming off of that, so I feel little more in the groove tonight. So that's a good thing. So
shout out to Midol. This presentation brought to you by Midol.
Yeah, this live stream is sponsored by Midol. Thank you very much.
Not only does Cameron have look like Sebastian Stan, he has the voice all the girls want to hear.
That was pretty close.
Stanley, I don't know what you're talking about.
That was perfect, Morgan Freeman. And I need you to come on my channel and do that and narrate all of my whiskey reviews.
I will do whatever you want, Chris.
Every time you hear one of those like deep voices, it's always like the 2 a.m. radio station.
Listen, Scott.
Welcome to Easy Listening Jazz.
Scott has the voice. What?
He does.
Why is Scott shitting on me when he has the voice of an angel?
Welcome to the Wave 94.7.
Yes.
On 104.9, we are worshiping Jesus
Welcome.
and Scott's voice. Jesus' voice is Scott's voice.
For all you old people out there, welcome to 99.5 Easy Listening.
We just got 11 more viewers.
Next.
Everybody
I'm kidding.
Everybody got a little turned on from Scott's voice. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. 2 people had to leave to jerk it. Oh, 3 now.
We went from 40 to 38. We're losing them here. We're losing them, guys. What can we do to get them back?
Thanks.
What can we do?
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for listening here on the Wave 94.7. The next song we're going to hear is Asia, Only Time Will Tell.
Are you looking for the bourbon junkies? Well, we are 5 of the junkies, and we love bourbon.
And we love bourbon.
And this is the bourbon junkies. So fuck the other guys in Michigan that are telling you they're the bourbon junkies. 600 of you are fucking idiots.
I don't even.
We are the bourbon junkies.
I don't.
Chris,
even,
did you
We
happen to
both
see?
have their channel pulled up too, though, Cameron.
I don't even feel bad because they're going to be going for another 3 or 4 hours strong anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think that Dan's seen this yet?
Oh boy.
If you're about to show us your ass. Oh. Okay. Woo!
You got the Zoom. What does it say? What's it say?
It says,
Bite me, Dan.
Bite me, Dan Shook.
I can almost guarantee you he hasn't, but he should.
I think he should.
God.
Actually, this was 14. I saw this is the actual reason I bought this was I was in a Walmart. I saw it for $14, and the first thing that came to my mind was I can put "Bite Me, Dan Shook" on it, and so therefore,
I think that means he's winning, Stanley.
yeah. So,
Well, maybe on that note, everybody needs to go over to the Junkies and watch the other 4 hours of the live stream. So,
well, yeah, because they're doing a double flight tonight, which means that it's going to take at least 2.5 hours for the 2.5 hours for the first flight, and another 3 or 4 for the second flight.
that'll be a marathon, that's for sure. So
That means I'm not going live again until 2 a.m. So
no, yeah, at least. So you better get those high proofers out, warm you up a little bit.
So you're not doing a late night tonight, right?
no, I'm kidding. That was a joke.
So when's your next
Saturday night.
next live, Grace?
All right, so
Saturday
why don't we do this? Everybody, so for anybody who possibly watches this replay and they get to the 2 and they get to the 2 hour and 22 minute mark,
Which is half the time. Which is half the time of Chris.
If you got 2 hours and 22 minutes to watch this replay, either you're unemployed or you've got literally nothing else to do. But so if that's the case and there is that person who's watching this replay, how about each one of you just explain a little bit, talk a little bit about your channel, when you're going live, when you do reviews, all of that good stuff.
Go ahead, Cameron.
Which one?
Which Cameron?
Oh shit, I forgot. There's 2 of them.
All right, Stanley, you're first. Go ahead.
Yeah, Stanley, go
Okay.
ahead.
All right, so basically I am on IG right now. I will be I will somehow, even if it takes me freaking every inch of freaking effort, I will be on YouTube by the end of the week to pregame Chris on Hot Buttery Rolls on Saturday Night Flight. Let's see. But on Instagram, I'm at the Mashbill. I was at the_Mashbill on Instagram. I'm at about 320-ish. I'd like to get to 500 to get at least do a giveaway that's worth a shit. And I'll be giving away an Eagle Rare sword pick at 500. And if for some strange reason I ever make it to 1,000, then it'll work its way to an E.H. Taylor small batch. But other than that, I just talk to people about whatever they want to talk about, drink a little whiskey, talk about it, and try to promote women in whiskey and small distilleries throughout the United States. I'm focused on California right now, but I'd love to have people come on and talk about distilleries in their own states. So just hit me up, DM me at the_Mashbill or at the Mashbill.live@gmail.com. And I'll go on whenever anybody wants to go on and do their live, because it's their schedule, not mine.
And he'll mix in a little erectile dysfunctional stuff once in a while too. So stay tuned.
It could happen. It could happen to anybody. At least that's what that's what she told me.
That's the way it goes. HBR, what do you got for us?
Oh man, so it's a mixed bag with me. Pretty much just shenanigans, low-level shenanigans, and just reckless alcoholism. But if you like either one of those things or both of them at the same time, Hot Buttery Rolls goes live Saturday nights. We call it Saturday Flight Live. We try to do a flight. Tim Evans called it earlier, said that I can knock out a flight in 15 minutes. I'm taking that as a challenge. We're going to go to 12 now. You know what? You don't have to be slow to be badass. So now Saturday night is Saturday Flight Live. We go on right now at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, but we're trying to move that back to 9 because when you go 4 hours, you end up closing up at 2 a.m. your time. Yeah. And that's just aggressive. So, but would love to see you guys there. And I also do a thing that Stanley and Cameron both have been a part of, where I like to feature channels that are up and comers or channels that are, badass, like Scott's. Scott's going to come on. He already told me Saturday night. Don't lie. He already told me. But no, I like to feature other channels, and just like Wagner does, talk everybody up, because this place is such a great place, and a rising tide, rises all ships. So let's make that happen.
You got her. Couldn't have said it better right there. So check them out. All right, Cams, you guys are up. You guys are gonna have to drum it off or see who's gonna explain a little more about their channel. So there you go, a little rock, paper, scissors. Let's get it.
You guys should just scissor.
Well, listen.
Look at this is bonus. This is bonus content. Anybody who is at the 2 hour and 27-minute mark, now you get scissor action.
I mean,
yeah. You gotta put
I'm going to pass it off to my.
You have to put it in the timestamp. You have to timestamp scissor action.
You have to hashtag Scissor City, but my cohort here, Cameron, Barbell Cameron, is going to take this off first.
All right.
So I, as a focus for at least for my Instagram lives, do a lot of craft interviews, learning about brands, learning about the history and kind of background and process for each of them. Last year, I want to say we did about a dozen different brands from Woodinville, Smoke Wagon, and kind of all over. We have Bardstown Bourbon Company coming up, and who else? New Riff, trying to get Wilderness Trail on the schedule. But I do that with my co-host, Bourbon_Head, who is a guy from North Carolina. I'm originally from North Carolina, just moved to Wisconsin this year. And have really enjoyed the community here, but B, have really enjoyed not living in a control state where there's I had been in plenty of stores in North Carolina where I had more options at home by a long shot than there were like in the store. Like if I bought one of every single bottle of bourbon in the store, I still would have had more options at home. So
I hate that for you.
Yeah. I'm glad to be in Wisconsin now. I feel bad for my friends who are still stuck there trying to pick between, Jim Beam White Label and Black Label.
Yeah, it's a tough state. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. But I don't have a YouTube in general. I am on Instagram most of the time. And you can reach me there at barbell_strength_bourbon. It was originally a home gym / bourbon account. And then I realized there was this weird dichotomy between really grungy photos and videos, like my garage, and like very aesthetic photos of bourbon. So, folks can get in touch with me there.
I actually preferred the lifting pictures.
Yeah. You did check out some of the old HBR stuff. It's a lot of sweaty stuff. So just go back.
It's real sweaty.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's far more sweaty than Cameron's lifting stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
There's one episode where I accidentally tied my shoes before the episode was filmed, and it was a fucking nightmare. I had to bring a towel on. It was awful.
Stanley, there's no way I can go back and timestamp all of this. I'll be timestamping this for every individual moment all night long. I don't have enough time to do it. So,
can we please take a moment and appreciate the Bite Me Dan Shook sign?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. All right. So last but not least, Slacker Cam. Can you explain to us a little more about your channel, where everybody can find you at?
Yeah, Slacker Cam here.
Yes.
So I am at Drums and Drams on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Primarily, I am a drummer, percussionist, all that good stuff. But I have a whiskey channel at Drums and Drams on YouTube. I have, 12, 15 full reviews up right now, some different stuff, but more coming. And I am doing a Thursday live stream every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Not every night. That would be fucking crazy. I did
that.
I did that.
You probably did it. Chris from HBR had me on last Saturday night, and I got like 45, 50 subscribers that night. It was crazy.
Hell yeah.
I'm just really appreciative of the Whiskey Tube community and everything that everybody is doing, and how we're all supporting each other. But just excited to continue growing the channel, and I have more, coming out. 1 or 2 videos per week, live streams Thursday, maybe every Sunday as well. So check out the channel, Drums and Drams, and that's all I have to say. So thank you, Scott, for having me on tonight.
Cool.
I really appreciate it, man.
I'm glad you could hop on. Tonight was going to be just kind of a fun night. Let everybody kind of hop on, talk about whatever they want, just kind of have fun, shoot the shit, have a couple whiskeys.
Yeah, man.
That was kind of the point. And these are the things I don't get enough of a chance to do, especially Tuesdays at the time slot that I've got. It's Tuesdays aren't always very conducive to like being able to really like let loose and have a good time. So it was just when I first started doing this, Tuesday was the only night that literally nobody did it. So before the junkies did anything, I was the only asshole on Tuesday nights. So I'm like, I'll take it. Nobody else has Tuesday nights. So I took it, and it is what it is. I've stuck with it. I thought about switching to Wednesdays, but I know Chris from Bourbon Sane used to do it, but I don't know if he's going to be doing anything or not anymore.
He's farming.
Yeah, I know he's got a lot going on. I know he's got a lot going on.
And also, it's never too early in the week to drink, because there are sober children in Africa, and it's always Ireland somewhere.
That's true.
Hey, and Scott, by the way, Scott, you're not the only asshole on Tuesdays now, because you've always got Dan Shook. So, I will, if nobody knows what's going on with that.
Hang on a second. Let me get this timestamp. 2 minutes 32.
Yeah, F Dan Shook
is asshole. Okay, I got that one. Written down. Yeah.
So Chris knows what the story is behind this, because we've had this discussion. But
it's a whole ass vendetta.
It's a whole, what it was that it's one of those things where one night Dan Shook was being Dan Shook, and his head kept on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I just made a comment where I put hashtag Team Sean. And from there, it turned into him telling me "F you, Stanley Wagner Jr." into an all-out vendetta of crushing his dreams. Because then he turned around and said, "Oh, this guy's trying to crush my dreams." So therefore, I've continuously every week on their live, and in any chance to do so, I've done things like "Buy me Dan Shook" or whatever I have to do to crush his dreams and to promote the fact that, Sean,
I'm going to tell you right now that Dan has got some kind of walking narcolepsy, and you will never crush his dreams. That is a dreaming son of a bitch.
That is crazy. It is crazy how he does these freaking weird Patreon streams at freaking like my 3 o'clock in the morning.
He's a day walker.
He doesn't ever sleep and he never stops going. But at the same time, I will crush him eventually. Eventually, he will bow down and say that
the challenge is on.
Won.
The challenge is on. That's for sure. So
when we do the big Whiskey Tube meetup, and everybody's there, and you just come running out of the crowd and suplex the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Truthfully, that's the one thing that I'm actually looking really. The most thing I'm looking forward to most in my, I'm by myself in general. The one thing I'm looking forward to the most is being able to meet up with everybody at some point in time. I think
Suplex Dan.
Yes, yeah. And Suplex Dan. I think that ADHD's idea of talking to Bardstown and having a big deal where we all go to Bardstown and just get together and have just a party at freaking Bardstown.
Well, I can guarantee you they would probably have no issues with setting that whole thing up and allowing people to do it. I mean, they're so accommodating. It's unbelievable.
They let Klein and literally let Klein, the Likes, the Spragues stand outside the freaking door, almost pounding on the glass while freaking Matt was doing his world's top whiskey taster. So it's like, they're super.
If you allow Michael Klein, you can allow 5,000 of his biggest fans.
Yes.
Oh, that's the other thing too, is that I have to shout out Destination Bourbon, Michael Klein. He's been, other than Chris, truthfully, not sliding Scott or anybody else, but my two biggest supporters of me doing the Instagram and doing the trying to get over to YouTube have been Chris Hot Buttery Rolls and Michael Destination Bourbon Klein. They've really pushed me a little bit they've pushed me and also lifted me up to try to do this. And I hope that people enjoy my content, and I hope that people are looking forward to seeing. Hopefully, I want to arrange for Scott, if he can, on Friday at 5 p.m. to come on this week. But if he can't, we'll work out for another week.
Wait, didn't you just tell Jason he was coming?
No, I told Jason that Scott was coming on first beforehand.
Screw that guy.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, screw that.
So,
guy.
Man, this guy's a professional goat roper.
Yeah, so basically, I already had Shayla on, and I've already had Scott. I mean, I've already had Shayla, sorry. Dude, just freaking, I haven't eaten today at all. I've eaten the last 24 hours, and
It's fine.
It's a lot of
people that have been on his Instagram live streams that have been super awesome and helpful. And also, Stanley, when you decide to list your Eagle Rare store pick for a giveaway, please tag me in that photo. Tag all of us, especially Barbell Strength Bourbon, who has a massive following on the Instagram. Yes, and we will share that photo to our stories.
Yeah.
Barbell Strength Bourbon, don't shake your head. I've been following you for a long time.
Barbell Strength Bourbon. I mean, even though I might be Shay Lammerd, as they like to call it, he's at 6,390 followers right now.
That's pretty freaking good.
So he's got a couple people following him.
Yeah. So post that picture of the Eagle Rare tomorrow, and we'll share it on our stories.
Yeah.
And I think we'll probably get you to 500 by Friday.
That's I mean, honestly, that's how it all works. I mean, it's all a matter of supporting. I mean, like,
yes,
all of us started at zero everywhere. We all started there. So I mean, it's just a matter. Here's Stanley. Here's one thing I'd say. Just always have fun with it. Don't stop having fun, because when it's no longer fun and you're having to force what you're doing, just stop. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey,
I'll tell anybody who asks, if you are A, not a dick, and B, having a good time, I'm 100% for it.
Yeah.
Like, tag me and stuff, let me know, and I got you.
Yeah.
okay. Well, thank you very much. The truth is like I said, Chris knows. Chris has been. He doesn't know me because we've never been met in person, but he knows me through.
Well, but I mean, I know him in the biblical sense because that one time we cybered.
Okay, well, we did cyber that one time, but
3 times.
yeah, okay.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
But him and Jay Pitt, like I said, him and Jay Pitt have helped me out a lot. And the other thing is that what you see is what you get. Period. Pure and simple. I was a bad person.
Genuine.
I was a bad person earlier in my life, and I decided one day just to not be that person anymore. And like I said, everything that I have in the cabinet over there or whatever is anybody that wants it can have it. I mean, I'm not going to stop, if somebody wants a sample, I'll give them a sample. If somebody wants, I'm not, like I said, I'm a newbie from hell and my palate is shit, but I know what I like. So I like it. So, and I'm sorry for being this is the first time I've actually been super almost hammered.
It's fine. This is my
early
like 17th time. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait. Hey, guys, like Chris, so you mean 17th time just before you came on this live stream tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, like I said, Scott, I appreciate what you've done bringing me on because truthfully, I'm nobody in the whiskey verse.
Hey, it's none of that. I mean, it's literally none of that. So like my thing is, no matter how big your YouTube channel is, your Instagram, whatever, it wouldn't matter if it was 500 or 50,000 or 5 million. I'm the kind of person, I don't give a shit about any of that. Like, I just want to have a good time, meet with good people. Numbers don't mean a goddamn thing to me. They're all what they are. And if somebody else wants to let that affect them, that's up to them. That shit will never matter to me one bit. So
You're a good dude, Scott.
Here.
Here's to Scott. Thanks for having us all on, buddy.
Fuck yeah, Scott.
I'm glad. Yeah. Anybody can come on anytime. It doesn't matter who you are. I really don't.
You literally put the link in the chat. That's brave.
So
I really don't care. I mean, if you want to come on and shoot the shit with us, you're more than welcome. I don't care.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Thank
cheers
you very
to that.
much, Scott.
All of you.
Yes. Well, I don't think I'm going to cheers right now.
Come on.
But,
Swag,
no, I'm going to get one more. I'm going to go one more. Let's see. I don't
No,
do that
no,
yet.
we're going to fucking cheers to that, Swags, because that is the truth, man.
Okay, so Cameron, both Camerons, if it's okay, I'd like to reach out to you on Instagram or whatever, DM you really quick, and set up something for the future to talk to you. Just get a quick interview with you, see what you're up to, just bullshit. Like I said, I'm a fan of Barrel Strength. Like I said, I've been watching you, didn't realize I didn't fucking follow you till tonight, but now I am following you. But Cameron, unfortunately, I'm a bantard, as some people like to call him. And
I'm with you.
Right, I played.
Wags, you're a good dude, and that's the thing. Everybody will enjoy talking with you and having you on with them. So don't worry about trying or doing any of that. Just be yourself, have fun, enjoy the whiskey, and that's about it. So, all right. So here's what I'll do. I'll wrap her up. We're 2 hours 45 minutes. This is like a kind of a semi HBR stream tonight. I love
it. You're at the halfway point
at 2 hours and 40 some minutes. So
as far as band nerds go, I played euphonium and tuba. So
we have a lot to talk about.
Than that.
That's how I got my scholarship. I got my scholarship to college freaking playing tuba.
Hell yeah.
You guys are welcome on anytime. If you wanna run a shit show live stream, you're more than welcome to come on. We can organize one. I mean, I can set up an organized shit show as good as anybody. So thank you so much, everybody. 30 people that are in the chat right now. Thank you so much for sticking around for this long or whatever it is. You guys, everybody, thanks for jumping on tonight. I greatly appreciate it. Anytime you want. And so next Tuesday next Tuesday, I don't even know what the hell I got going on next Tuesday, to be honest. At this point. I'll figure it out. But guys, thanks.
Send me an email. I'll be ready to go again.
That's good. Anytime we run one of these shows, I'll let you on. So, but all right, guys, thanks for joining tonight. Everybody in the chat, thanks you so much for joining. I got no more whiskey left. I will cheers you with no whiskey.
Oh, that's a bad luck.
No, wait a second. You got to do something.
Hang on. I can't finish on that. That is a bad one.
Even the drunk ass me
is
going to do Ross.
Everybody,
I got a little something in. Cheers to you guys, everybody in the chat, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Cheers.
Raise a glass. Cheers, everybody.